snippets. No, as a matter of fact, good morning to Usher. That's the only person I want to greet this morning. That's the only person I'm in the mood to greet this morning. Good morning to Usher. Extra good morning to his team when they release the London dates. But anyways, morning people. It is, where is it today? Monday. Monday, the 12th of February. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And as always, let's introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation. Big Marsh from the east side of the bridge. Good morning, people.
As always, your favourite shade queen, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. And of course, the melanin is jam-packed.
That is right. Brent, are you up in here with us?
I think so. Morning.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I have the TDA live hotline up and running. It is running like it's supposed to be running. I've been tweaking shirts behind the scenes. It should be crispy.
Nice.
Crispy!
Love that. Love a crisp.
All right, let me say my good mornings. Good morning, Ruby Tuesday. Good morning, T. Good morning, Von. Good morning, IZAI. How do you pronounce that? Izai?
IZAI.
Yeah.
Izai.
Good morning, Star Crow. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, KM. Good morning, Justin. Missy baby. Good morning, Christopher. Good morning, Chijoke. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Kevin Thompson. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Kwarshi T. Good morning, Purple Hells. Good morning, Mercy Prestige. Good morning, Reggie, my G. Good morning, Ed.
What up, Reggie?
Good morning, Hermelin. You see, I've got it down to a T now. Good morning, Slim. No, not Slim. SLM86. I want to know what that even means. So interested.
Slim 86, child.
Good morning, Rusty, and good morning, Crucial J.
Morning, y'all. I hope everyone is good.
And good morning, Philly. Petite.
Morning, everybody.
And Antonia.
Okay.
And Andrew, I think he's American, so...
Why did you get that from Andrew?
I think he sends us stuff on TDA.
Oh, was that okay?
Yeah, just like news from around the world that's black focused. So good morning, sir. I have to call you sir because I know you're an elder gentleman.
Okay.
Sir.
Love it, sir. Morning, y'all. I hope everyone's good. How are you guys in the room?
I'm good.
Love that.
Yeah, all good, man.
Can't complain. That's
yeah.
right. Why are you looking at me like that? Why is your head tilted to the side?
No reason, I'm great.
Are you sure?
Why wouldn't I be?
I'm trying to find out. Because you looked a little bit suspicious.
He's always good suspicious.
Do you think?
Yeah, you always say you're up to no good.
That's not true. I'm always doing good in the community.
Yeah, but no one knows that because you look like you're up to no good. Your actions are good, but you look like you're up to no good.
Nah, I'll be behaving. So
Good, love that.
been cool.
I had my Caribbean roast.
How'd it go?
How was it?
Caribbean roast is nice. So it's actually near here. It's called Cafe Caribbean. It's really nice. I will say if you go, it's very nice. Like it tastes like a home cooked. It's a family owned establishment, and it tastes like homemade food, and that was really nice. But I will say if you go, tell them you do the gravy yourself.
Oh, good.
If it was drowning in gravy, and I don't really. I eat like I like dry foods, so my ratio to sauce and stuff is never great. This is great. If you want to see on my plate, I eat like, anyway, whatever, let's forget. While I was at the table with my friend, bring up my friend Chris, I realised I think I might give men the ick on dates. I'd never thought about that because of how I eat. Not because of my mannerism when I eat, but I sort through my food. I thought, Because basically my friend, obviously we got the same thing, but when she was done, like her plate just looked sensible. It's actually on my story. Her plate looked sensible. My plate, on the other hand, just looked like it'd been through some things. And I was just like, how did this happen? Because in my mind, I was killing it. Like, as in like I was eating, okay, here it is. That's mine. Do you know what I mean?
I can't see that.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
At the top.
Right, send it to me, please, so I can show the
It's on my story on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
What's yours at the top?
Hers is the clean one, the one that looks like someone's got sense. And mine is the
one at the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just playing with your food, basically?
But I didn't think I was. I didn't think I would. And we got to eat a lot because we love to eat. But this was, and it happened last week as well when we went to Poor Boys. But I didn't say anything. I thought, okay, maybe it's a one-off. But literally yesterday, I said, why do you eat like this? Like, what's your problem?
Are you fully enjoying it?
I loved it. I'm gonna go back. But it was just weird. It was as though like, because in my mind I was eating the things. No, that's me fanning over Usher. There it is. Like, why does my plate look like that?
Where's yours though?
Mine is the one that's at the bottom.
That looks like there's still food on the plate.
But I'm done.
Finished.
But I'm done. I'm not eating any more from that. Wow. I mean, even when I eat chicken, to be fair, like, I don't skin a chicken. Do you know what I mean? I don't eat to the bones. You know what I mean? But I just felt like, why'd you eat like that? I was really upset with myself, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about that because in my mind, I was finishing my food. But clearly, I look like it's a plate of a 4-year-old. Anyway, so I had that. What's it called? What's that? What's the realization? Epitome? Epitome is, I don't think epitome is a word. Whatever. Epiphany, that's the word. So that was great. But it was a nice, really nice establishment, family owned, very lovely. It's called Cafe Caribbean. They've got, actually, they've only got the one branch in Loughton. Okay. But I think they've got another like food truck, them little things on food on wheels kind of vibe. That'd be really cool, So yeah, that was nice.
Okay. You got like vegan options?
I didn't look.
Okay.
I was so hungry. I'd been out of my house since 10 o'clock in the morning because I went from church to the shopping centre. Then from there, I had to run errands. Then there. So I was so delirious.
No, the people say they don't believe you.
Believe me about what?
That you were hungry.
Oh, can I play like that? Yeah, but I get full very quickly though. I get full very quickly.
You were just snacking.
No, but I was eating.
Women do that a lot, Women say, "Oh, I love food. I eat a
love
lot,"
food
and they
so
never
much,
do.
though.
They never finish plates.
I can't finish food. But that was for me. I thought I finished that. then I just said, "Wait a minute. Why's my plate full?" Yeah, but I get filled up very quickly. It's annoying because I like to eat. One thing about me, I'm gonna eat. But it was really nice. It was very, very lovely establishment. Obviously black owned and that. And I think the man who owns it, like you would see him like kind of around and stuff. So it was really, really sweet.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, very lovely, man. So that was a lot of fun. What did I do this weekend? I can't remember. Obviously, it was Usher's weekend. That was fantastic. Looked amazing. Oh, on Saturday, I was doing TDA things, but I wasn't doing TDA things. I was tapped into TDA doing things.
Yeah. I was testing the listening party live settings. So it's not fixed properly though.
Oh yeah, after your situation. It was really fun though.
Yeah, we went through Usher's album.
It was really fun.
I saw some of you lot's ratings.
Yeah.
You lot acting like it's a classic.
What, the album?
Yeah.
So here we are as well. That reminds me, I didn't get cooked like that, but on my Insta story, my DMs, people were shy for me. But I'm a Nigerian babe through and through. You can't shame me shameless. And I know we didn't win yesterday, but listen, you can't shame Nigerians. I like the album. I actually like the album. And people was in my DMs talking about maybe like I was deaf, like I couldn't, like I don't have taste, I don't have class. I actually like it. Did you listen to it? I actually think it's nice because my thing is that I think the way people listen to stuff, I think that when people listen to music or like a new album, you don't listen to it with old ears, as in you listen to it with the old works they've done. Yeah. I'm aware Usher was body popping to oh, like I'm aware of these things, and I also know that with artists, their sound can change, they can grow. Like, so whenever I listen to a new piece of work, I listen with an open heart, and I don't compare it to the old thing. Do you get what I mean? And that's why I was able to enjoy it.
Okay.
Because actually, I've listened to it. I listened to it on Saturday morning. It was literally my gym session music. Because if the album's not good, I'm changing that. Because I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be sweating and hearing to things that sound like punishment. I'm gonna lock it off. So I listened to that at the gym. Then listened to it when at the TD on Discord. And then yesterday as well, I went back to it as well.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's a nice album.
Okay, you know what? In the same way you were saying how people are maybe being a bit nostalgic about Usher and all that stuff, are you maybe being, I'm happy Usher's back, and so giving him more props?
When I think about it, I've actually never gone out of my way to listen to Usher.
Okay.
Like I listen to Usher in my mixes, my playlists and stuff like that. But I've never, when Usher's released an album, I've never sat there waiting for the album to get released. I only listened to it because I've been seeing his Vegas shows. And I'm like, nah, this man is lit. And as much as I love Chris Brown, I'm like, yeah, babes. I mean, he did read Chris Brown for filth in his thing. He says, you guys keep asking for verses. Stop the foolishness, essentially. And he said, I know what you want, baby. He ain't it, basically. But anyways, so I've never actually gone out my way to be like, oh my gosh, an Usher album's coming out, But this time I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to it. And it was I really liked it. I really, really enjoyed it. There's some songs I could have not done on there. Burna Boy should not have been on that song. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I love Burna. I love features that Burna does. I think Burna is one of the greatest artists, because all-rounded to come from Nigeria and stuff. However, the song opening the album as well, I just feel like Usher should have just done it. Even if it's a 2-minute song, babe, you didn't have to fill in the gaps. Just, you should have sang. And it just felt like Burna's verse, it felt like they weren't in the studio, and it felt like Burna didn't know what he was sending a verse for. They just had a Burna verse, and they just slapped it on that song.
Yeah.
It was very out of place, and it was just like, no, man, cut that shit off. And then that song about Big as well. If I'm hearing Usher, a whole ass Usher sing about what he used to order from McDonald's as a kid, I'm trying to hear that on an album. Get it off.
There was a song where he was saying, I miss you like Pac. That was ridiculous as well.
Well, that line or the whole song?
It's the line, the whole song. Because you start to think, oh, this song has potential. Then you hear him talk about, I miss you like Aaliyah. I miss you like Pac. Excuse me? That's Jada's line. Stop it. We're not doing this. Yeah, that song as well. I feel like there's a few, because it's a 20-track album.
Okay.
I think it could have been a 15. It's like a couple songs here and there, but they're not so bad that you don't like the album, if that makes sense.
No, I think it's a decent album.
I like it.
Yeah, when you go track by track and you listen without hatred.
Yeah, without hating your heart, you like it, man.
Yeah.
But you're not expecting confessions. And that's why you keep getting disappointed. But I liked it, man. And I'm looking forward to when he does announce the London shows. I know it's on its way. So it should be fun.
So, we're going to be doing a little Sims listening party. It's only a few tracks. You want to host it?
No, man.
The people asked. There was a flood of requests for you to host it.
Oh, man, no go just press play in it.
Yeah.
Well, you got introduce it.
And talk over it.
Well,
like introduce its song.
Introduce a song.
Like Tugger.
You could just read the name of the song. This is
That's it.
And the thing is, you be pressing the speaker like woo.
Yeah, so you gotta do sound effects. If you're feeling it, you gotta let us know you're feeling it. If it ain't it,
I also know that you don't know. You ain't thought
then
this
you
through.
will know.
You have not thought this through. I'll do it. Let's do it. Let's see.
You were asking for it.
Yeah, since you're dying for
You're
it.
dying for it.
Let's go.
Fair enough.
All right. Okay, date in the calendar. Gonna break the internet chat. But no, it was a lot of fun though. It's really cool. It's nice. The Discord is actually really lit.
Yeah, the features are
the features are so cool, because even with the listening, then the Discord has a chat, like the chat, big up Notorious as well. But it was really fun. It was actually really fun to do. So looking forward to the next one.
All right, I have 2 things from Spotify that I forgot to put up. I'm gonna put it up right now.
Okay, thank you.
So how was your how did your? We're not waiting until reaction to talk about
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
I was really disappointed. I'll be honest with you. So this was the first one I watched, right? This is the first match I've watched. So this Afcon situation. I'm shocked they even made it that far. I'll be real with you. I'll be real. I was watching it and I was shocked. My brother's cooking me and my sister in the group chat. He said we're very ungrateful. That's what he'd be cooking. We're getting cooked till morning. I was shocked that we actually made it that far in the first place. The 2 goals they scored here, do you know what? That's the kind of prayer I pray for myself in terms of my enemies being confused. You know when your enemies are plotting against you in confusion and then you just slide through? That's the kind of prayer I pray for myself, and that's the blessings that come upon my life, because they were literally, everyone was all gathered by the, goal post. Everyone was all gathered there, and the ball just, it was so quick that I actually blinked and I missed both goals by Ivory Coast. I couldn't believe it. But big up them though. Big up the Nigerian people. But also big up Ivory Coast. I have to big up the guy who scored their winning one. Like, to know that he had cancer, 7 months ago? Yeah. And now he's playing and then he scored that for them. I was so happy for them for that. But I will say, obviously, the jokes were flipping hilarious. The jokes on the time, I went to bed at 11 because of the jokes were so flipping funny. But one thing about I love Nigerians, yeah, like I love being Nigerian so much because you can't shame Nigerians. Because obviously people are a lot of our enemies gathered to try and humble us.
Yeah.
But you still don't understand that when it comes to like Nigerians and the confidence we have, we're born with it. You can't remove it on account of Afcon. People start saying, it's all right anyway, it's just a cup. People people are like, when you raise the cup to the lights, the silver shines brighter anyway. The way Nigerians can get themselves out of anything, also have to big up that Ivorian men. I did not know they were fine like that. I did not. Never knew what Ivorian men looked like. Big up them.
We had Drogba in the Premiership for years.
Big up that. Nah, big up them, man. Big up them. But seeing all of them, do you mean all of them gathered? I was like, cool, you all look cute. Okay. But yeah, big up Bonjour and that.
This is what I saw that was hilarious to me.
Brent, finish. Do you know how much I was crying at this?
Look at this.
Where is that?
Because basically in Nigeria, our mascot is the Super Eagles. We call ourselves the Super Eagles.
Yeah.
So they said the match has to release the Super Eagle. The Eagle landed.
It's a picture.
There was another one I sent to my family group chat, and it was basically it was an eagle, yeah, but it had like bandages around. People were so out of order, man. People were so out, and it was so funny because when the game was going, Nigerians were tweeting, they were like, why is Ivory Coast playing so hard? They don't support black people. Because they were like, a win for Nigeria is a win for Africa. Nah, the jokes was too much. But the Ivorians as well, every little thing, these guys were laid on the floor. I was like, get up, man. Like, I feel like as a footballer, that would give me an ick. If my man was a footballer and he's out here faking injuries on the pitch, that would really give me the ick. Because baby, we can see it. We can see it. We saw nothing happen to you. The guy was nowhere near you. Yeah, why are you holding on to your head?
No, they don't care.
And then the next second, your knee. Make up your mind. Which injury is it? But it was interesting to watch. I should have gone to bed then. I should have just caught the scores in the morning.
I didn't see one game of the Afcon. You know that?
Oh yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah, like I haven't watched like a single match.
I don't think you missed anything.
I don't think I have either. That's the worst
You
part
haven't.
about the whole situation.
That's it. Yeah, because literally yesterday.
It's the saddest thing. I didn't miss.
You didn't. Yeah, you actually didn't miss a thing. My brother was like, he's going to bed. Obviously, the man, he does what he does, innit? Big up Alex. But he wakes up every day. I think he wakes up at 4 or 5. Something crazy like that anyway. But he was like, I'm not staying up to watch the game. He was like, I'm not being paid for this. I'm going to bed and I'm waking up for work. Da, 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 da. So when me and my sister were talking in the group chat last night, obviously he's waking up this morning. He was like, well, I made the right decision. He was like, I said, you know what? I should have followed you. I should have gone to bed. I don't know.
By what time was the game?
8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. What time do you go to bed?
8.
Okay.
Yeah, in their household, the lights out, boy. I love it. Whenever if I miss my sister-in-law, you don't get a message till the morning. They're asleep. Love a disciplined household. But yeah, man, you can't shame the shameless, man. I love Nigerians. Nigerian spirit. And of course, as soon as we lost, as soon as the last whistle went off, people were like, Tinubu's to blame. Tinubu did this. And it was so funny because Jola from I Said What I Said podcast, she was like, anyway, why did anyone expect anything good to come from his administration? I said, you know what? Fair. Fair enough. It was funny, man.
But I actually thought y'all were going to steal it, even though
I did.
Ivory Coast was playing better than y'all.
They played way better, man. Like, Nigeria's defense was just like, I don't know, man. I just thought, I was honestly shocked. My biggest shock was that we made it this far. And when I started seeing how they were playing, I thought, if they keep defending properly, then yeah. But you know what it is about football as well? When you're equal, cool. But as soon as the other team know they got upper hand, when they scored that 2, they were on. It was like they just got laced with a bit of crack. They were literally playing and fighting for their lives, and they just had so much confidence. And unfortunately, when they have so much confidence, the other team. Do you know what I mean? I just said, where are these fake Nigerians? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Pick up them.
Marks, Osman.
Go by him.
I don't want him at Arsenal.
Huh?
Don't want him at Arsenal.
You should watch the last filthy. I was telling you that that's not what you don't need. You don't need to talk. You don't want Usherman.
No.
Not for Arsenal style of football.
No.
Liverpool could take him.
Serious?
He's like
because he's like
Darwin.
Yes, he is.
He'll score more goals than Darwin, though, probably. But yeah,
I'm not interested in that.
Usherman's not what you need. They're throwing tomatoes at me in the chat, bro.
Miles?
I said they're throwing tomatoes at me in the chat.
Oh, because you said that you didn't watch any of the games, basically.
Oh, but that's how you want the white players play.
Huh?
They say you're not supporting the black teams, but you're supporting the white teams.
How? There's black teams, there's black players.
Manchester United, in there. Yeah, the black players in there, but originally.
Kobe Mini.
I think I'm already.
Yeah, no, there's black players there, but you know what it is? This year, I didn't feel like there was like... I don't really care about the teams, to be totally honest with you. I'm on a players thing. And I just didn't feel like there was like elite players that I needed to watch. Like, if that makes sense. Not disrespect. There's some decent ones there, but there wasn't no one that I needed to see play, to be totally honest with you. So, I mean, the highlights ain't even flying like that. I didn't miss nothing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure you had a great time. And it was a wonderful tournament, I know. But I'm saying for me personally.
No, how Chijioke reported on it, I think we missed quite a few games, to be honest. How Chijioke reported on it, I think we missed quite a few games, to be honest.
Chijioke was probably the best thing about Afcon.
Big up Chijioke though. no, honestly, props to Chijioke because he really showed up and showed out. We asked him for one simple task and he did not fail. He showed up and showed out. So big up Chijioke.
100%. 100%.
So are you happy with the result, Ivory Coast? Surely, it's Africa. A win's a win, isn't it? Surely. Hey, TDA, we're going to celebrate that.
I like that.
A win's a win when
I
Nigerians.
like that. But I like that. Black people just won. Africans
yeah.
won.
Because it was
We're
all,
gonna-
it
we're
was
gonna
all black.
celebrate
It's
that
all
here,
black.
surely.
Yeah,
No,
that means
African,
there was no losses.
it's Afcon.
Afcon, yeah.
Am I slow?
No, you're not.
What are you talking about?
It's Afcon.
Yeah.
So it's all Africans.
Yeah.
Oh, unless
Africa
you're talking
did
about
win.
black versus... Okay, the other Africans.
They got knocked out, though.
With the other Africans.
It's a win for all when
The
Nigeria wins.
Moroccans?
Yeah, the Moroccans, half the South Africans.
Did they even play football there?
Yeah, Egypt. You know, the Arabs and them. The whites.
I'm reading them. Yeah, it was nice. I think it was fun. I like football. Always brings people together. That's always a fun time, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope no one gets flogged after that, though.
I hope Nigerians don't get flogged because Nigerians can be so brutal sometimes.
Yeah.
There's times when they haven't won something and they've gone and they've met them at the airport, ready to flog them, physically flog them.
There was.
So I hope they all disperse to their international homes for a while, let it die down, and then go back.
There was a Nigerian player that prayed after he lost, like he was doing that. What do you think he was saying to God?
Jesus, please, God, I beg.
To do what?
That's what I was saying.
With
Just
time?
God, I beg. No, just thank God, innit?
I think that's what it
Thank
was.
you,
He was
Lord.
just saying
Thank you
man.
that we came, we saw, none of us left with broken bones.
Yeah.
Nigerians are very half-full
Yeah.
people. So, yes, we didn't win, but thank you, God, for the opportunity that we even came and we did it. Next time, we go again. Kind of vibe. But God, I beg, covers a lot of a multitude of things. God, I beg in good things. God, I beg in bad things. God, I beg in God, just help me. God, I beg is such a mood. But, yeah, man, big up Nigerians. It's so funny how I love it when I see women who don't follow football. Because I love football, but I just can't follow it. I just can't follow it. But I love it when you see us tap into like World Cup or Afcon, certain things that we can keep up with. And you just and we're so invested, and you think we know our stuff, but then we always ruin it at the end. Because after all of this, we're like, anyway, next year we go again. It's like, oh, girls. Don't work like that. It's not yearly. It's not an annual event. But no, man, it was fun though. The jokes are flying. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk
Where
about.
is Afcon? Every 2?
Yeah,
Because it's not 4.
it's 2026.
So they can't. Yeah, it isn't.
It's every 2.
Huh?
Yeah, it isn't. It's every 2, I think.
Yeah.
So then basically, technically we do go again in year 6. So next year we're going to be trying to qualify, right?
Yeah, it's every year you have some sort of.
There we go. So the girls are right, man. Sorry, girls. The girls know their stuff. Women in sports and that.
You sure it's not even 4?
Nah, World Cup is every 4.
Yeah.
And
No, you're not taking my word for it.
Euros is
It's
every
every
4.
2.
And then they alternate. So we every 2 years. So the Afcon's not 4 years. Afcon's.
I'm telling you so as a fact. It is every 2 years, and World Cup is every 4 years.
Jeez, women in sports.
Listen, I don't know why I'm. If Brent, don't tell me what you Googled there.
I
You dare tell me what you Googled. I heard you type. I just think it's disgusting.
I typed in the chat. Esther has spoken.
No, you didn't.
Just didn't press enter.
You're a liar.
The
The day after the Lord's Day.
Go look at the chat. It will be me. I'll be all the women in the chat.
Did you know? You know my situation.
But you know
I'll
what,
play it.
Esther, you're right. But so are the other ladies, you know. It's
That's what I'm saying,
it's
yeah.
every 2 years, but it's also next year.
Yeah.
No,
So
as
that's why
in-
I apologize to the girls.
Okay.
So we do go again next year because they'll be qualifying and whatnot.
Not even the qualifiers. I think it's just back to Chijoke saying it's back to the odd numbers.
Oh, because one was postponed because of COVID or something.
Oh, no, good time for that. Let COVID go, man.
Oh, so they want to catch back up like what they done with the World Cup in the winter.
So, yeah.
So it's Afcon next year then?
Next year. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Is that a fact, Brent?
It's according to.
I believe everything Chijoke says. Sorry, at this point.
Oh, Chijoke said it.
He's earned it.
Oh yeah, that's
He's earned it. That blind devotion.
Yeah, I don't have any to follow that next year. I have things doing. So, that's wonderful. But anyways, we've got a show and a half today, so let's get into it, please.
Muting it. Hold up.
Thank you.
Wait.
It's muted.
Wait.
Brenda's never taken such precautions. Sorry, man, over to you.
There's some comments in the from Spotify, you know.
Oh, is there? Have you got it now? Mm-hmm. It's not coming up. Hold on, let me refresh. Why doesn't this doc just update? Okay, Lynn. Every time I see this, I want to say Lynn May. Lynn M32 says, "Great guest. Always seeing their adverts everywhere and meaning to try them. So this was my cue to purchase. Always here for products made for us, especially." That's the word. And GMW also says, "Very inspiring. We'll definitely be purchasing." That is in relation to our Ava Estelle guest. So big up him.
Big up.
Big up Ava Estelle.
Just seeing in the group chat, in the chat that the next Afcon is going to be in Morocco.
People tell you that?
I don't even know, man.
No
but,
more.
You know.
If they don't make it to, listen, for everybody's sake, I hope Morocco make it to the finals. Because if they don't, you will have to do frog jump in and out of the studio or the stadium.
But
That's so funny, man.
So our first headline. You know, Prince Harry's back in the news, man.
Big up Prince Harry.
And his lawyers said that a British newspaper publisher has agreed to pay Prince Harry a substantial sum in costs and damages for invading his privacy with phone hacking and other illegal snooping.
Wonderful.
So his attorney, David Sherborne, said to the Mirror Group newspapers that, said that Mirror Group newspapers had agreed to pay all of Harry's legal costs plus damages and would make an interim payment of £400,000 within the next 14 days. The final tab will be assessed later. Harry was awarded £140,000 in damages in December after a judge found that the phone hacking was widespread and habitual at Mirror Group newspapers in the late 1990s and went on for more than a decade whilst executives at the papers covered it up. Judge Timothy Fancourt found that Harry's phone was hacked to a modest extent. Mirror Group newspaper said that it had paid more than £100 million in other phone hacking lawsuits over the years, but denied wrongdoing in Harry's case. Our next headline takes us to Israel, where Israel has said that 2 male Israeli hostages have been rescued in a raid in Rafah. This is amid reports of heavy Israeli airstrikes on the southern Gazan city. The Israeli military said that the 2 men are in good medical condition. Earlier, the Palestine Red Crescent Society said that Rafah was under attack with a number of deaths reported. It follows warnings from the international community over Israel's planned offensive in the city, where 1.5 million people are sheltering. Israel said it had conducted strikes in southern Gaza, provided no details. But in a later statement on social media, the IDF, the Israel Defense Forces, said that during an overnight joint operation between the IDF, the ISA, which is Israel's security agency, and the Israel police, 2 Israeli hostages from the kibbutz near Yeshak were actually rescued. This is a 60-year-old by the name of Fernando Simon Marman and a 70-year-old by the name of Louis Ha. The rescued hostages were taken to Sheba Medical Center in Central Israel, for tests. The IDF posted nighttime footage of a helicopter, landing at an unspecified location. It's unclear whether the men were actually aboard. And the last headline brings us back to the UK. I'm not too sure if you guys heard about this, but one of these Labour candidates in Rochdale was completely wrong, apparently. This is according to Labour's UK campaign coordinator. He was speaking about the incident, and he said that this particular guy, who I'm going to get into, his name is Mr. Ali, was completely wrong to say that Israel deliberately allowed the 7th of October massacre and basically to give it the green light to invade Gaza. He basically said there's a conspiracy behind it. And he said this openly, apparently. So speaking to Sky News Sunday morning with Trevor Phillips, senior shadow frontbencher Pat McFadden pointed out that Azhar Ali had issued a full apology and retraction and hoped that he learns a good lesson from it. Mr. Ali had also criticised Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer over his approach to the Israel-Hamas conflict. The row erupted after the Lancashire County councillor's comments were published by the Mail on Sunday newspaper. His remarks had been branded warped and disgraceful by the Jewish community, which fears they could further fuel hostility. It will also be seized on by political opponents. This is obviously according to other people, their assessment of the situation. But they believe that other political opponents will seize on this and use it as evidence that Sir Keir Starmer has failed to change Labour since he took over. Well, since Jeremy Corbyn, when the party was embroiled in the anti-Semitism controversy. Mr. Ali made his comments at a meeting of the Lancashire Labour Party in the wake of the October atrocity, where he claimed that the Israeli government had removed its border security to enable the Hamas attack. So this is what he actually said. He said, the Egyptians are saying that they warned Israel 10 days earlier. Americans warned them a day before that something's happening. They deliberately took the security off. They allowed that massacre that gives them the green light to do whatever they bloody want. After someone suggested that Sir Keir Starmer was held in high regard, Mr. Ali also replied and said, "Can I disagree with you? A lot of the MPs I've spoken to, non-Muslim MPs, feel that on this issue, he lost the confidence of the parliamentary party." And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into what you say in topic of the day.
All right, so today's topic of the day, I want Ben to play a clip, but basically the question is basically, based on this clip that Ben's going to play, is this racial discrimination, what she's describing? Mm-hmm. Is this real, does she have a point? Is she valid in everything she's saying? Or really is this just good business sense on the part of Walgreens, the company that she's pretty much criticising? So Ben, if you don't mind, can you play the first link, please?
They want to collab with me.
Planning to close yet another pharmacy in the Massachusetts 7th. This closure is a part of a larger trend of abandoning low-income communities. These closures are not arbitrary and they are not innocent. They are life-threatening acts of racial and economic discrimination. That is why I joined with Senator Markey and Warren to demand answers from Walgreens CEO. Why was there no community input, no adequate notice to customers, and no transition resources to prevent gaps in healthcare? Shame on you, Walgreens. Having a website with talking points about health equity and underserved communities is not enough. Walgreens is a multi-billion-dollar corporation that needs to put their money where their mouth is and stop divesting from Black and brown communities. Walgreens is...
Isn't Walgreens like a supermarket, like a Tesco? So they're closing down in certain communities. Yeah. In predominantly Black, poor communities. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a form of racism, 100%.
Okay. Tell me why.
Because with those areas, so you find that sometimes in certain situations, some products will be cheaper in certain areas than they would in other areas because of the socioeconomic situation there. So if there's no other shops and whatnot that's available, and that's the most affordable thing that people, I don't know if that is, but let's just say that's the cheapest. I was going to use the example of Lidl now, but Lidl's flipping expensive now. I'm bloody rude. But let's just say that's the cheapest place people can go and get food and do their grocery shoppings and whatever. and then you close that down knowing that they can't afford everything else, it doesn't take into consideration the socioeconomic status of the people that live there, which should be taken into account.
Even though it's somebody's business. So if it's your business, right?
Yeah.
And you decide, you know what, you want to pack up here, maybe you're not making enough profit, whatever it may be. Yeah.
Oh, it's a pharmacy?
Yeah.
Oh.
So say it's your business, right?
Yeah.
Would you feel as though you need to be there?
Yeah, but when it comes to businesses and businesses on that scale, they work with the government. Like the government are involved in their business. So, yes, I'm the person who created this idea and this business and whatnot, but I'm not the person who, when it comes to opening this branch, I'm not the person that's necessarily going boots on ground to visit every site. Do you get what I mean? And also these businesses as well, there's government regulations in place when it comes to a lot of businesses, especially businesses like that, where it's food shops, pharmacies, So I think the government has a role to play in that, as in like they have a responsibility to make sure that there's affordable shops and blah, 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 and whatever else in areas. So,
but is it the government's fault or is it the business's fault though? You know what I'm saying? Because why should you come with an idea and you put your money into this particular thing? The government didn't give you no money to start it.
Yeah.
You're starting it. And you feel, you know what, I want to move my business. For whatever reason, you decide, right? Why should you have to be there if you don't want to be there anymore?
I think it's the government's fault.
Okay.
But then when people close down a shop, they don't let the government know.
Do they let it, you saying?
Yeah, do they? They should.
They might do.
I'm sure there's in some way, at least somehow the government notified, and I think ultimately it is the government's fault.
Okay, cool.
It's the government's fault why people can't afford, why people don't get paid enough in their jobs. It's the government's fault.
No, not necessarily, not that part of it, where it's like, you know, maybe the government's mismanaging certain things in the economy, but more so the business directly.
No, but I mean, like, I'm saying it's the government's fault in terms of finances, because that's why the people are in the socioeconomic group that they're in.
Okay.
And that affects where either they can go and shop for things and blah, blah. I don't know the pharmacy situation. So what's the alternative? If they're not shopping from Walgreens, is medicine cheaper there?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it has everything that they basically need. It's the best place for them to pretty much come to.
Especially in America, where they don't have free healthcare service. They have to pay for all these things.
Yeah.
I think I would say the government is to blame more than Walgreens, actually.
Is it, if it's just a pharmacy, is there like a competitor?
In that area, I'm not too sure. There might be, but like Walgreens is huge.
Yeah, but you said it's a pharmacy. You didn't say like it was necessarily like a discount.
Yeah. I don't think it is a discount place. But you know how you may get like certain things in Boots cheaper than if you went to like a normal Roland's pharmacy, for example.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're huge. Like, they're a huge thing.
So they might have to then go to like kind of private owned pharmacies kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe the cost might be a bit more expensive, whatever it may be, and you pretty much can find everything you need pretty much at Walgreens. But if for example, they don't want to be there, and the government is not funding your business to be there.
But that's the thing, though. Is the government not funding it, though? Because sometimes...
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I don't think...
because sometimes the government
do that?
Don't they have to make sure that like they provide for the communities? How can there be an area without a pharmacy? Like, there must be like...
I reckon there's probably other pharmacies, but it'd just be more expensive.
Yeah.
But they can't afford it. So the accessibility is... Yeah.
Because like Amazon, they get tax relief when they serve the community in which it is that they're placed in. So... there is some form of government intervention, I believe, for these private businesses.
Yeah. And they got like a duty of care almost. Once you're in there and you set up and you're providing medication.
This is it, yeah.
You get what I mean? Like?
Yeah.
That's why I feel like it, because I feel like if it's like a small owned business, say I had one, like a small owned business, that's different in terms of if I decide to come out of the area, it's my business kind of thing. But I feel like when you're on that level and you've got branches everywhere and all over the states and stuff like that, the government is involved in your business. So if Walgreens as well decide to leave, then I can see why they're saying it's racist.
Okay. But is that what you think?
I am saying, whoever's there in the chat, they're saying the most, I would like you to call in, jump in the TDA Live hotline.
Jump in.
And I will let you on to speak. Give us some context, give us a little bit more color. Come on, man. Let's get this production value up and running, baby. Come on, Stacey.
Do you feel as though if Boots left, would you guys feel some type of way? If let's just say in your particular area,
So you ask me, if I own a private company, right?
Yeah.
And my company keeps on getting raided in this particular area, and I'm just losing out left, right, and center, right? I am not going to basically remain there.
Yep.
Especially if it's government's not looking to basically bring in some sort of protection for me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's my response.
Yeah, fair enough. I agree. I don't personally think this business has any, like, there's no duty of anything to be there. If, for example, nobody funded my business to be there and I decided to leave one day, then it's up to me to leave. That's how I see it. Unless the government makes a deal with me to stay there, then they subsidize certain things. They help me, my tax and
But the government does do that, though. That's the thing. I think people thinking that businesses on that kind of scale don't liaise with the government for things is very naive.
No, they liaise just like other businesses liaise, but there's nothing specific to make me stay in that particular place.
Not necessarily as well, because also as well, with some businesses, businesses know which area they're targeting and why they want to go there and da-da-da-da-da. And so, like, race could be a play in that sometimes. If a business says, you know, actually, I'm going to go to this area because this is the kind of people that live here, or this is the ratio people that live here, and they would benefit from this because it's the kind of illnesses they have in the community, and da-da-da-da-da. Like, all of that stuff plays a part. Like, I don't think anything is a standalone situation. Like, with these corporations, especially big corporations like that, they know the kind of conversations they're having. They know that they're having conversations of, well, you know, the majority, for example, the majority black people, and their jobs aren't really great, and this is what they, on average, this is what they earn in the area. It's not really going to help our profits. We're taking it out. And again, like Miles said, I feel like with certain industries, I feel like there is a duty of care because it's to do with medication for people for illnesses. It's literally to do with life and death. So,
why do you think there should be a duty of care?
Because it's to do with life and death.
Yeah, but
there is, if you're gonna, certain businesses, there is a duty of care. If you want to open a business to sell pancakes, that's your own. That's not, you haven't got a duty of care to serve pancakes like that. But if you're gonna open a business to sell medication, you do have a duty of care to people that you're serving. You have a duty of care to make sure when they come in and I ask for diabetes medication, you're not giving me one for a heart attack, or you're not giving. There's a duty of care in place because of the gravity of what it is that you're handling.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know the information of what's going on. Obviously, I'm just hearing it. So if it's like a pharmacy, or even if it's not just solely a pharmacy, but if it's a pharmacy and that's what it is, and it's a big store and all that, if it goes, I'm just assuming there should be a replacement, innit?
But whose
job is it to make sure there's a replacement? Well, the government's, innit?
And if you decide to leave, should somebody be able to brand you as somebody who's racist and using discriminatory practices? But
how many stores are they closing? Just one or multiple?
I think, apparently, what this woman is basically saying is that there's an overall trend of people abandoning. This is how she says it. This is part of a larger trend of abandoning low-income communities. So it may not just be Walgreens. It may be other franchises as well, other companies as well, that's leaving certain low-income communities. But obviously, we know that some of the problems that come with being in a low-income community. So
there's people from all races in low-income communities as well.
100% there is.
Good morning.
Morning or evening, whatever.
Morning.
It's nighttime for me.
Oh.
1 a.m. How are you guys?
Can anyone else hear?
Not loud.
Hold up.
Not loud.
Oh,
How about now?
Deaf.
I can hear y'all, but the sound is not connected to the mics.
Yeah, it's not because we've moved over to an updated system. I will call you after the show to basically walk you through it. Don't worry.
Okay. Where did y'all leave off?
So first of all, you were telling us that Walgreens is a pharmacy and not a market where you can get all these different things, right?
Yeah, it's exactly the same as Boots.
Okay.
Like exactly, they're owned by the same company.
Okay.
So think of it for y'all as how y'all see Boots. That's exactly what Walgreens is for us. It's primarily a pharmacy, but it also operates like a convenience store. So you can go there and buy other things, but even the other things they sell is sold at a markup. So the excuse of, oh, it's a need in the community. No, it's like if you need, say, I don't know, you need some extra juice, or you ran out of juice or water or whatever, like you can go there and buy it, but it's far more expensive to buy it at a Walgreens than it is to buy at your regular grocery store. It's not meant to be there to service stuff like that. It's primarily a pharmacy. and it has no affiliation to the government. It's a private business. And Wes in the chat actually hit the nail on the head. A lot of their stores, like especially in these rougher areas, like they suffer from a lot of theft. So when you go in there, a lot of their stuff is locked up. So I wouldn't be surprised if financially it wasn't making sense anymore because of theft. So at the end of the day, it's a business thing. Like I get the take, but the wholeness shouldn't be on the company Walgreens flipping it on the head of racial discrimination. It should be on the government not placing enough incentives and protections for these different businesses to come and service these areas where things like theft are heightened. The government bails companies out all the time for nonsense. The what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? The car industry in America is nonsense. The government bails General Motors out of bankruptcy all the freaking time. Like, there are things the government can do to incentivize these companies to still exist in places like this where, on a regular, the financials wouldn't make sense. So if we're flipping it on anybody, it's not Walgreens. It should probably be the government's not doing enough to incentivize these companies. But I do want to ask, where is this taking place again?
Oh, I'm not too sure. In the clip, the lady didn't say the name of the area.
I wonder if this is up north in California, because in Oakland, there's some part of Northern California that I saw a lot of posts recently about businesses closing out there. So I wonder if this is like another one of those businesses, and that's why the conversation is as big. But I feel like this is not one of those things that requires. I feel like it's kind of black and white. If it's not making sense financially, like, what's the take or what's the debate? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
So do you think this is a situation of us or people being too woke then, and every time just blaming everything on like racial discrimination?
I don't want to normalize that type of rhetoric because I think that it minimizes sometimes like a lot of the things that do end up that are racially motivated. But in this particular instance, no, I don't think it's racially motivated. I would be remiss to not mention that it does happen to be a lot of our areas that this is a problem. Like, let's not be naive. Like, it is, lower income, minority areas that do have, business issues. I get that. But I think if it is a need, which it is, we do need pharmacies for people to be able to have easy access to medicine. It is the government's job to incentivize private businesses to be able to continue doing business in those areas, or they could also very much have more, like, what do you call it? We have public hospitals that also run pharmacies. Like, it might be something to look into to have those public hospitals have pharmacy locations outside of the public hospitals. That's an option.
Do you feel like if they benefited from, I don't know, certain tax breaks, that they should stay there then?
That could be a government incentive to keep them there to offset some of the costs of theft, if theft is the issue. But I feel like there has to be more to the story here. Like, I don't feel like anyone would just play the racial discrimination card off a business closing. Like, what did Walgreens do anything, before disclosure? Like, what?
There's not much to the clip.
Maybe there's just a pattern of businesses closing in certain areas.
I think she mentioned
that's just going to affect certain demographics, isn't it? Because even though it's not a race issue, if the areas that they keep closing these shops in are from a certain demographic, then it's going to be the black people and people of color or the minorities that feel the effects of it, innit?
Yeah. Oh, it is Northern California.
This
is Boston.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. When you asked Stacey the question about if it's someone just playing race card, I don't think it is, because if you're living in the area and you're trying to get the area to do well, but then you keep seeing businesses come in and out, as if you guys' needs don't matter and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a bit much.
I hear that. I guess the overarching problem could be a race thing, but I don't think it's fair to say that the businesses are motivated by race. You know what I'm saying? I think every business is motivated by profit. And if you go there, you're not making profit. If the struggle is that hard just to break even, they have no business being there.
You really think businesses they're not motivated by race?
No, I think so. I think it's more so profit.
Even when businesses talk about black-owned companies, even when these white companies release a product that they know is particularly for black people, and then they get black creatives to be the ones to push it because they want black money. You don't think that's motivated by race? You think that's...
No, that's the profit. But they're doing what they're doing so they can get profit. So they'll make it for black people.
When you say motivated by race, what do you mean by that? Because I see race as the motivation to be able to get this profit. Like, they're using race to get this profit. That's the motivation by race.
Racist, or is that identifying your target audience?
Yeah, that's how I see it.
To purchase if the target audience is forced. If it's say it's a hair product, if it's a hair product for black people and black hair, I wouldn't respond to marketing where they use white influencers.
Yeah,
that's just identifying your target audience and creating content to promote around the target audience. I don't see that as racially. Me personally, I don't see that as racially motivated. That just makes sense.
I mean, you may get them slight chances where certain circumstances where, I don't know, there's race involved. But I think overall, a company just cares about the profit. Because that's what moves everything. You know what I'm saying? So I think if it was profitable to stay there, they would be there. You know what I'm saying? If it's not profitable, then they'll leave. I don't think they're leaving because they want to leave black people or people of color, or people from low income communities in a lurch. They just want them to suffer. I think if the people had the money to pay for the products and they were making their money, then they would stay there. But this lady, just to quote what she says that obviously this part of a larger trend of abandoning low income communities. And she says these closures are not arbitrary and are not innocent. They are life-threatening acts of racial and economic discrimination. These are strong words. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what? And I'm reading exactly like these quotes on my end because I just pulled up a thing too. There's a larger issue here, and I think her anger is misplaced. Like, because there's a quote here that says, "When a Walgreens leaves a neighborhood, they disrupt the entire community and take with them baby formula, diaper, asthma inhalers, life-saving medications, and jobs." I'm sorry, nobody's going to Walgreens to purchase diapers. As a last minute, like it's 2 a.m. and you ran out of diapers, maybe, but like maybe this is an issue about like there are certain communities, and black and minority communities often are these that have things like food deserts and like grocery store shortages, where like you don't have access to those major retailers that you typically go to for those things. So maybe that's where the accountability is being misdirected to Walgreens because they're kind of like the last man standing here. But like I don't think. Like, speak to the bigger issue. Like, why are we directing all of that towards a private business when, like, you should be, again, as somebody who works in government, directing that to the government? Like, you should be talking about things like zoning and make sure there's space for those retailers to come in. You should be talking about incentives. Like, why is Walgreens putting all of this on their back?
I hear you. Would your opinion be different if, for example, Walgreens was actually the cheapest place, was actually the number one place in the community where everyone did go for their diapers and stuff? No, but I'm saying if it wasn't a Walgreens, if it was a different company, and this is the number one place people went to, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it was hard. They had people shoplifting here and there. Certain things was occurring, but if this was the number one place that people went to, would you still have the same opinion?
No. I mean, yes, sorry.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, the bottom line is the bottom line, whether your prices are cheap or not.
Okay, I hear you.
Stores don't just close because we don't want to do business with black people. Like, especially if her argument is if what she's saying is indeed true, they're one of the few stores left, or like she's painting as if they're one of the few retailers left. So it's the people in the community are relying on Walgreens. Why would you want to leave that monopoly unless you're not making money? I don't know. The math just doesn't math here.
I get you. I hear you. All right. Thank you, Stacey, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Stacey.
Toodles, y'all. All right, man.
Get better.
Do you feel like
Bye.
do you feel like in general though, like businesses should have like autonomy over their own future, or do you feel like once you decide to go down the entrepreneurial route and have a business that provides a service, there should always be something that says, you know what, because you're now active in this community or active doing this particular service, you need to always be there until somebody comes and takes your place or until something occurs.
Honestly, I don't think that you have to always be there, but I think that if you are providing a service for a community, then I think that the government should step in. Should they find that they're not making enough profits and they have to leave or something like that, then the government should step in and do something about it.
So you're seeing it as the government should do something, not necessarily that the business should have a duty to put something in place to replace themselves.
It depends on what fields you're in, isn't it?
Okay. So you feel in certain fields there definitely should be something like that.
The government should make sure that there's things in place in certain fields to make sure that it's always running standards, like certain things, innit? I mean, I can't think of like what off the top of my head. But I'm sure there's some stuff that if you're an entrepreneur and you're doing your business, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody. But if you're mixing with communities and providing services for the public, then yeah, there should be something. There should be something. Like, I don't think you should just be to let anybody to just come in and profit and then just leave and not care about like who they're providing for. But I think it's different. Certain industries maybe I can't think of what I'm thinking towards now.
I think a pharmacy is a good example of that. To be honest with you, like if you're a pharmacy and you come in and you're providing affordable healthcare to people and stuff like that. I think at the very even if I feel like the government should definitely be involved in something like that because that's a serious thing. That's a serious.
Because you say you just decide you want to pack up one day and you just want to pack up and close your pharmacy and just move it. Who's to say that
affect people?
So what? Your area just ain't got a pharmacy no more. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, because if no one forcing another pharmacy to come and replace this or whatever, I don't know what the regulation how it works, but. I'm thinking right now, if my pharmacy, they just decided to just go, then I'm screwed. And
I feel like even if they told people, but I think the issue as well sometimes as well with businesses, like let people know that you're planning to close. People in the community will come in and have a conversation, and then they might be able to write to their local MP or write to this. Do you get what I mean? Like they can take action about that and let these kind of prompts. I don't know what they're called in America, like what their local MP would be. But let them know that this is the service that these people provide, and if them leaving would cause and then that way it might actually end up getting government intervention with the business staying. But yeah,
I think funny enough, I feel like a lot of the time companies do that, but we don't recognize it or we don't let it like sink in. Because I remember my local pharmacy closed. I had a sign saying, "Look, we're not going to be here." And in fact, they were selling certain things for cheap in the pharmacy as well. Obviously, that's just letting the community know. That's not necessarily bringing a replacement because till now there's no replacement. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? They still let the community know, I guess. And my thing is, I get that if you're the only pharmacy, for example, like in a radius of 3 miles, for example, yes, you know what I mean? Maybe the government, like I think for me, the government should be doing things. I don't think things should be put on businesses to do these things. Businesses should have one thing to do. That's just provide a service. And make sure they're the most efficient and effective at providing that service so that everyone in the community benefits and so that they also can make their money. But I don't think it should be on a business to stay where they don't want to stay anymore.
I feel like it shouldn't be on a business to stay where they don't want to stay anymore if your whole marketing thing was talking about we're here for the community. If your whole marketing was around we're here for the community, then you can't now up and leave this community because you made this your entire personality.
But people do that in everyday life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But just because people do things every day, that doesn't make it right.
No, but what I'm saying is, why are we expecting a certain moral standard for a business and not for everyday civilians?
You know what I'm saying? I expect standards from people from the lowest level to the highest level. I'm consistent with the standards I expect from people.
Okay.
If you come in here telling me, if you market something to me as for me, by me, for them, by them, all that kind of crap language, right? And then one day you say you're going to up and leave, you deserve to get cooked. Because you made this your entire thing. You made this, like you use this to get as much support as you can. You can't now have the support, have all the money now and decide, actually, do you know what, we're going to tap out. It doesn't work like that. Not in my world, it doesn't. If you make something your entire thing, if Walgreens came into that community and said, we are here for the community, we are going to do right by you, promise. The same way people hold their politicians to account, saying you said this, and you didn't deliver, they need to be held accountable like that.
I think you're right.
That makes sense.
If the same community have come in there to help and say all these beautiful things about are allowing their children to come into my store and steal from me,
But how many people? Are you really going to tell me that people really, when the kids are leaving in the morning, they say, "Okay, have a great leaving day"?
But it's more so make sure certain things are in place to make sure my stay here in the community serving you is good.
Yeah, lock up the goods like every other shop.
So
you can't control how people act. The same way you don't think that we can control that. You can't control what people act. And if I say I'm going to be a charitable person, and then I go and give a homeless guy money, and he decides to steal some more money from me, am I going to stop giving every homeless person money now because of this one individual? No.
No, but you have.
It doesn't work like that. No, but it doesn't.
Choice.
No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. If I've said giving to the homeless is my personality, it's what I've marketed myself to be. This is my goal for life, and then I have a few bad experiences with some homeless people, and then I decide to close up shop. No homeless person's getting any money from me. That's silly. So yes, I understand that there's theft and whatnot. Then they can do things to amp up their security, and you can let people know that, you know what? Yeah, when we started here, all the things you could just pick this out of the shelf and blah blah. But now actually, you've now got to ask behind the counter, and we'll give it to you because of this X, Y, and Z. And this is the reason why. I don't think that. Obviously, I don't know how much they were losing and whatnot. Yeah. But somehow I don't think they were how much they were losing is what didn't allow them to break even. Somehow I just don't think that. Don't say it might be. I just don't think it could be. That's really what it is.
I wasn't even going to say
that. I don't think there being theft is enough to then change your program of why you've come into the community. My issue with stuff like that is that people know what to do. People know how to market stuff to get support.
Yeah.
And then when it pleases you, now you want to leave. So what I would rather is you not come in here speaking and shouting about community. Yeah. Just come here and set your business up.
But I don't think it's
that's it.
I don't think it's necessarily a case of screaming and shouting to get support. A business can scream and shout all they want, right? If you go into that shop and things are too expensive, you're not going to buy from them. You know, this is why I always say, especially when it comes to the black community, we can't just try and appeal to black people just because we're black. We have to provide a service that black people can buy regardless of what color we are, because then it's just a good service, period. You know what I'm saying? In a similar type of way, Walgreens or Boots or whatever pharmacy comes to a community, yes, my desire would be, yes, I want to make sure that the gaps in healthcare is fulfilled by me and my company. But if, for example, I see that my stay here is not being appreciated, I'm not, even if I am breaking even, but the profit margin that I hope to get is not good enough. What about my investors? What about all the people who are involved who want to make sure that we thrive? If it's not happening here, surely I have to go. And if I go, you can't just tell me I'm a racist.
My example was that, because you asked about people holding the business accountable and blah, blah, and I said, only in the case where they've made community their biggest thing is when I think that when you're leaving, then you deserve whatever scrutiny comes your way. Okay. So I'm not saying this applies to every business. I'm saying in the event that you've come into a community and you've sold that community and gained the community's trust and said, we are here, we are here for you, here for you, here for you. And I think the woman did say in the video they just up and left. There was no warning and let people know that they're up and leaving. In that sense, yes, you do get to get cooked. I don't know what Walgreen did. Sorry, I don't know whether they came in with a sign and said, we are for the community. You are ours, our home is yours. I don't know what the situation was. Yeah. But I'm saying in the event, in the case, you know what I mean? I feel like in other circumstances, the government should be the ones who ensure that all areas have certain things that's needed for their livelihood. And a pharmacy is one of those things. Yeah. And if a pharmacy was going to close down, the government should be the ones to step up to ensure that they can keep that pharmacy there. Or if that pharmacy leaves, you get somebody else to replace it. I feel like the onus falls on the government majorly. However, like the example I gave, if the business came there and said, hey, y'all, we are doing this for you, and we, and all of a sudden I now pops and leave, you deserve the cooking you're getting. I'm not saying you can't up and leave. Anyone can do whatever they want to do. But when you get cooked, you can't cry about it. I'm not going to hear it, because when you went in there, you told these people that you were here for them and you were here to serve them and whatnot, and then you just up and left without letting them know. And now they're here they are with no replacement. You deserve to get cooked. I mean, that's just how I see it.
Just to quote what you were talking about for people who are listening, right? You said when she was talking about saying there was no community input, there was no adequate notice, there was no transition resources to prevent gaps in healthcare. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you were basically talking about, right? I mean, I get it if the government is involved, but my thing is always, if it's a business, then the business should be left to do whatever the hell they want to do. But if the government instead, this is where I think good economic policies come into it. if a government incentivizes people, so for instance, remember before we were talking about, I think it was one of the previous budgets where they were incentivizing nurseries. They were saying, people, if you want to get into nursery, owning a nursery, this is what we're going to allow for certain things. It's going to be, you know what I mean, certain rebates, whatever it may be. I can't remember specifically. If the government's doing those things and you get involved, fine. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're benefiting from something. And even then, to be fair, I still feel as though the business doesn't owe nobody anything. Because it's still something where the government is incentivizing you to come along. The government needs you. But if the government's saying, listen, I'm going to pay for this for you, or I'm going to, you know what I mean, certain things, and the contract is that you guarantee to stay here and provide the service regardless of what happens for the next 5, 10, 20 years, then that's a different story. But if I come in and say I'm going to provide a great service to you people, I don't necessarily, I understand if I get cooked to this, that, and the third, but it's not a free service. I still come in there, people have to work, I'm still paying people. And you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things, to be fair, because I feel like if that's the case, we need to have the same sort of energy for every other service. So using that example before, Esther, when you mentioned about the pancakes, for example, I know obviously it seems like a small, inconsequential sort of business, but if a pancake service came in and all of a sudden you had the community coming to your pancake business, or the children in the community coming there before they went to school, where it almost became part of the culture and you decided to leave, people will start cooking you. People say, yeah, what about my kids now?
No, but I don't think that's a good example, because when I say, so I made it clear that it's certain things, that's a luxury service. Pancakes are a luxury service. If it was a grocery store, that's different. If it's, I feel like certain services, and I made this clear at the start, certain services, there is a duty of care. Certain services, there needs to make that there's just more care that needs to be shown and more attention to be paid to certain things. A pancake house has become they could be moving for different reasons. There's so many reasons why they could be moving, and also that individual business owner. That's why I also mentioned this. Do people listen to when I speak? Because I mentioned this at the start when I said I said with a small business, that's different because you know the person. When it's big corporations, if it's a small business owner, one that can have a pancake house, if I'm going to open other branches, you know me and you know that Esther is the one going to visit that site, and is signing up on those things. When it's Walgreens, the Walgreens CEO is not the one doing the footwork for that. And this is what I mentioned earlier. So that example is very different because yes, they're offering a service and blah, blah, but as a sole business owner, there's many other reasons why they might want to move. Same with a Walgreens or whatnot. But Walgreens one, it's more political than a pancake house.
I get what you're saying. I'm only mentioning the pancake thing because in every community, it starts off being inconsequential to some degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, if healthcare wasn't the biggest thing where people were living, I don't know, the most healthiest lifestyles, and people's dependency on pharmacies in their community wasn't the way it is, like the onus on being there wouldn't be as much as it would be as it is now, where people need certain things. You know what I'm saying? So in the same way, pancakes, it may be a luxury now, but if everyone started to depend on it, it will no longer be a luxury. It will be almost seen as a necessity to that particular community. And if one day that person leaves, all of a sudden people will be like, wait a minute, what about the jobs here? What about all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the structure that this provided for the community. There will always be something that you can cling on to once the community gets used to it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just across the board, just to wrap up, right? Like across the board, I don't think it's fair to put certain responsibilities on businesses just off the bat. If you want them to have those responsibilities, then incentives have to be created for them to take on that responsibility. And then we can say, okay, this, that, and the third. And that, to me anyway, should always be the government's responsibility to sort out.
It is funny though, because businesses always say that they don't owe anybody anything. But then when it is that they're having to close down because people are not buying their thing, then they start to blame the customers that they originally said they didn't owe anything. That's just ironic.
But that's true.
I just wanted to point that out.
But that's very true. And this is why I believe, obviously not to go on another tangent, but this is why I believe like free market thing is pretty much the best, because then it just allows for competition. If your business is not being supported by the people and you want to blame business, that's fine. You can blame them in your business that ain't sold nothing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else will come in and do a better job for you. But if we now prop up certain businesses and start subsidizing things for them and they provide a crap service to everybody, we're going to get situations where people depend on certain people and they're paying higher prices. It just doesn't make sense across the board. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think that's pretty much it, man. Unless you guys want to add anything.
I'm straight.
Let's get into the headlines, man.
Let's do it. All right, people.
What?
Never change.
Listen,
I'm gonna get some teas made. New black, never change.
never change.
Yeah.
That's lit.
That's lit.
That's
yeah.
powerful, actually.
Never change is code.
And yeah.
Some people need to change. I don't know if we really want to promote
No,
it.
I want to have your picture there. That's it.
Oh, just me, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Never change. I'll get one without his face, sorry. Because what I look like wearing another man's face on my chest. The hell?
The next headline, it's not a headline as such, but just more so just to spread a bit of awareness. Somebody sent in a link to Brent. Somebody sent something to me also. And this is basically about something that seemed to have went under the radar. And this is about the Stand for Congo march that happened at 1:30.
Oh, I saw that on
over the
Saturday.
weekend, yeah, at
was
Oxford
lit.
Street. You know what I'm saying, Brent? There's two links there if you don't mind clicking, just so people can get an idea of what happened. But yeah, it was on the Black Lives Matter, the UK Black Lives Matter Twitter. So if you want to go to their page, it's UKBLM. But also on that particular page, they also highlight somebody called Kambale. So at KAMBALE. And basically, I believe this gentleman here is a Pan-Africanist. He has updates on everything that's going on in Congo. Yeah, there's another link under that as well. But pretty much, but pretty much our brothers and sisters came out, man, and they were marching and making sure people knew what was going on in Congo, man. Because obviously, you know what I mean, a lot of us are supporting our friends in Palestine, and rightfully so, and they're doing the marches. Yeah. So as you can see, they were marching through Oxford Street. They went to the BBC as well. They went to Samsung as well. I'm not too sure if they went to Apple. They might have done. But basically, obviously, they were just trying to make their presence known, man. The hashtag Black Lives Matter UK, hashtag Free Congo was all over the internet. Hashtag Congo is bleeding as well. So yeah, man, people, if you don't know already, we've actually done 2 shows on the atrocities that's happening in Congo. So you can go back on to some of those episodes to get like a full understanding of what's going on back home in Congo. But like I was saying, I believe it's every weekend people are marching for Palestine, you know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Them European colonizers need to stop killing the people in Gaza for no damn reason. But at the same time, I feel like we need to support just as much, if not more, our brothers and sisters in Congo, who every single day, the newspapers are not really doing anything. You know what I'm saying? They're not really publicizing what's going on there. It just seems like black people killing themselves. But yeah, man. People, you can follow there's a brother called Kambale, like I said, KAMBALE. And you can follow UKBLM as well. I think both of them are actually putting out posts and keeping people updated on any future protests that may be occurring in London, man. So big up everyone from Congo. Let's support them, man. Our next headline takes us to Senegal, man. So security forces and protesters have clashed in Senegal's capital and other cities in the first widespread unrest over the delay to a presidential election that constitutes one of the country's most significant political crises to date. So riot police in Dakar fired tear gas, stun grenades, and what appeared to be rubber bullets at large crowds of protesters who set up roadblocks, burned tires, and threw stones. Senegal's presidential elections were expected to be held on the 25th of February before the country's parliament voted to push the date back to December, extending the mandate of the President Sall, until the end of the year. So this move marks the first time in Senegal's history that elections have been delayed in what represents a major test to its democratic credentials. Some of the demonstrators waved Senegalese flags, while others shouted out slogans such as Macky Sall is a dictator. So Sall, by the way, is the president. He came to power in 2012 and has reached his 2-term constitutional limit. And apparently he said that he had delayed the vote because of a dispute over the candidate list that threatened the credibility of the electoral process. Obviously, some people don't believe him. They feel like he's just trying to pull a fast one and stay in power for even longer. But hopefully nothing serious, too serious happens over there, man. We don't need more shedding of blood. And the next thing happened over the weekend, trigger warning here, some very sad news, man. And this is about the co-founder of Access Bank, a Nigerian,
that was horrible, man.
Yeah, man, Nigerian philanthropist, millionaire, billionaire by the name of Herbert Wigwe. Yeah, and yeah, like I said, he's the co-founder of Access Bank, and he was among 6 people that were killed in a helicopter crash in California on Friday. Herbert Wigwe, his wife, his son, and a former president of the Nigerian Stock Exchange were all killed in the crash. The president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, has described the death of Mr. Wigwe as an overwhelming tragedy. Investigators are scouring the site in the Southern Californian desert, to determine the cause of the crash. The chartered helicopter was on its way from Palm Springs to Boulder City in Nevada when it went down about 96 kilometers from Las Vegas. According to the Nigerian media, the 57-year-old banker was on his way to Las Vegas, like I said, to attend the Super Bowl. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said that the crash site was near Nipton on the edge of the Mojave Desert, and the weather was poor with reports of rain and snow showers in the area. Mr. Wigwe, for those who don't know, just a bit more background knowledge on who he is. He founded Access Bank in 1989. It became the largest bank in Nigeria in 2018 after it acquired its main competitor, Diamond Bank. In recent years, Mr. Wigwe had been working to expand across the continent, acquiring banks in countries including Kenya, in South Africa, and even in Botswana as well. He was planning to open a new banking service in Asia in the first quarter of this year. Tributes have been pouring in following the news of his death. Like I said, the president said it was shocking beyond comprehension. The president's office described his death as a terrible blow for Nigeria and Africa's banking industry. Yeah, so our prayers go out to the family, man. And that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
Nice. Let's get into some word on road. All right. Kanye West has not had a good weekend. Well, to be fair, I think he's got #1 song out at the moment. He released an album on Friday. There's a lot of new music releases on Friday, actually. But yeah, so he released an album on Friday. And obviously the samples on there and whatnot. But the Osbournes, so Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon, and then also Donna Summer's estate, basically calling him out. They said that this man did not have permission to be using the songs that he was using, essentially, cut a long story short. So Sharon said, Kanye West asked permission to sample part of a song Ozzy performed live at the US festival in 1983. Permission was denied. However, true to form, he used it anyway. The Osbourne family have never wanted any association with Kanye West. I'm going to touch on that in a second. He's an anti-Semitic fool who spews his rhetoric out into the world. Kanye, you fucked up with the wrong dude this time. Sincerely, Sharon Osbourne. Wait for it. Then, where's her husband's statement? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Then her husband also said, Kanye West asked permission to sample a section of a 1983 live performance of War Pig from the US festival without vocals and was refused permission because he's an anti-Semite and has caused untold heartache to many. He went ahead and used the sample anyway at his album listening party last night. I want no association with this man. And Kanye just posted up a picture of Sharon and Ozzy dressed as, guess who? Kanye and his wife for Halloween. He posted a picture up. He said, I thought you didn't want any. There they are. Dressed as Kanye and his wife. Talking about Happy Halloween. I thought you said you didn't want any association with him. And then he said, yeah, so that was that. And then obviously, and then also Donna Summer's estate as well. They're calling him out as well, and they said, hold on, yeah, they're basically saying that he asked for permission to use Donna Summer's song "I Feel Love," and he was denied. And he changed the words, had someone re-sing it, or use AI, but it's basically "I Feel Love." So they said the remix they tried to do, it's the same song, sir, and they said this is copyright infringement. I haven't heard of any lawsuits, anything like that coming up with that, but we'll see what happens with Kanye. But he's busy celebrating the fact that he's number one. He's got this Alexander McQueen mask that has a thing, a symbol of sorts of Jesus on it, or Jesus hanging on the cross. When Jesus is ready for that, man, because the blasphemy is mad. And all of you eggs that was going to his Sunday link-ups talking about you thought you were in church. That's wonderful. Well done, everybody. Also, obviously, Usher is the hot topic of today, rightly so. Absolutely amazing. Have you guys seen it?
What?
His Super Bowl performance.
No, I haven't seen it.
Really, really good. Jermaine Dupri was there. I thought that was CeeLo Green, child. I don't know why Jermaine Dupri was dressed as such. I didn't know he was that little either. I thought it was CeeLo Green. I said, why is CeeLo Green in here?
Wait,
it was Jermaine Dupri.
He's bald as well, isn't it? I forgot,
He's bald.
Yeah, Jermaine Dupri. Yeah.
Has he ever had hair?
He used to have braids like yours.
Yeah.
Braids like mine. Bow Wow had braids like me.
And
Did I ever see Jermaine with hair? I don't know, but he was there. Alicia Keys was there as well. She looks stunning though. Alicia Keys was there. Her was there. Her is so talented.
Did her perform?
Yes. She's flipping amazing.
I can't believe I missed that.
I met bald Jermaine. I never met Jermaine with them little braids. The Cat Williams looking nice braids.
I can't believe I missed that.
Her is amazing. I
was awake at halftime. You don't understand. I was lying on my sofa waiting for the halftime performance, and I missed it.
It'd be your own self, man. You let yourself down. Let you down.
That was crazy.
But it's on YouTube and stuff though. Anyway, but that's why I watched it on. I wasn't gonna say it.
I wanted to watch it live, just to get the.
I wanted to do that as well. I was gonna set an alarm, but because I was.
Oh, you didn't watch it live?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna have that.
But why are you so passionate about this?
Second?
Why are you so passionate about this?
Because Usher is beautiful. Usher's a beautiful man. Oh my gosh! Basically, right, it was so funny because I was like, damn, like the girls are thirsty. So obviously, at some point, he always takes his clothes off in it. First of all, the way he was dancing with Alicia Keys, okay. Because I went on WhatsApp this morning to send a GIF, and they are the first GIF that popped up. They was all doing all sexy dance and whatnot, doing my boo and whatnot. I said, okay, it was really cute, very sweet. I like stuff like that. But when Usher took his shirt off, girls were gagging for it. The screams from the arena. I said, you lot are hoes. Keep it in. Like, act like you've been here before. But anyway, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful man. He just looks so good, I found out that I was this morning old when I found out he had kids. I did not know Usher had 4 kids.
Oh, 4?
Because I was like, we love a king that's kept in his pants. But no, he's got 4 kids, 4 children. I never knew that.
But he was married though, isn't it?
Twice, yeah. But I just didn't, you don't hear anything about Usher's kids. And he's not parading his kids, trying to use them as marketing. Like, I did not know Usher had kids. I just didn't think of it. He's got 4. Love that for him. But anyway, so Jermaine Dupri was there, Alicia Keys was there, her was there, Ludacris was there, Lil Jon. I didn't know it Turned Down for what was. Is that that's not Lil Jon's song?
Turned Down for what?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Turned Down for what? Is that I didn't know that was Lil Jon, but it was Lil Jon. It wasn't Asha K, it was Lil Jon. That was fun. Who else was there? Ludacris was there with Afro.
Okay.
Puffed out. It's fun. Who else was there? Justin Bieber was not there. I was really sad about that. Very sad about that. I wanted them to pop and lock it in synchronization. I was really upset about that. But, big up Justin. Who else was there?
What songs her got with Usher?
So she played the piano. She introduced him with like playing, she plays the guitar. Beautifully as well.
Huh?
You went at listening party.
Oh, she had a new album?
But yeah, she basically
I never got invited to listen to party, so how would I be there?
I said, how would I know?
I was just testing stuff out, innit?
Yeah, but don't say, how would I know?
How would I know?
Fair enough.
But it was one of his songs. She sang one of his songs, but she sang it so beautifully. I said, girl, if you don't go ahead in the studio and make your own version and get Usher to do ad-lib. Who else was there? I think that was it. But it was really, really fun. It looked really, really nice. He just looks amazing. He shouted out his mum. He was like, they said I wouldn't be here, but look at me, mum, we made it. I was like, oh, love a man that loves his mum. Boy's not mummy's boy. Very fun. But anyways, I'm reporting on Usher this morning because also, do you know what? I miss the days where people didn't, like, we got to be surprised by stuff. So obviously the people that were going to perform, to be fair, a lot of them, I knew about Ludacris, I knew about Lil Jon. It's Lil Jon. Why does Lil Jon sound weird? You're right there. I knew about Ludacris, I knew about Lil Jon, I knew about Alicia Keys, sorry. But I would have liked to just been surprised. Do you get me? I would have liked to be surprised by it. But anyways, another thing that they're out here pretending Usher's business. But apparently he and his wife, or his girlfriend, sorry, have obtained a marriage license. You know, that's the first step before they get married, which is sweet. And I love a man that loves to get married, you know. This is going to be his third marriage.
Oh, nice.
Good enough for Toni Braxton, Mariah Carey, and Ariana Grande. It's good enough for Usher. I love this for him. But his girlfriend, Jennifer, I don't want to butcher her last name. Nice last name. But yeah, they obtained a marriage license, which is really sweet, on Thursday. And that's what the news are reporting at the moment. So they've got 2 kids together. They had the kids during COVID. But big up Usher, man. Love Usher. Love him. Love that man. Also, Beyonce, man. Beyonce broke the internet. Beyonce did an ad here with Verizon. And it's just so amazing. It's so amazing. I don't know if I'm in a beehive like that. But it was so lit and so fun and so creative and just so crisp and clean. Verizon. What did I say? Verizon? Yeah, Verizon. Yeah, Verizon, same people. I just know them as NTN. Anyways, so she did an ad with them. And at the end, she said, so basically the concept of the ad is that she's trying to break the internet. I think she did something once to break the internet, whatever. So she's now trying to sell like a new record to break the internet, whatever. So she tries different things. Does a Beyonce AI. She goes to space. And the guy's just like, nope, not breaking it. She said, okay, do you know what? Then she breaks at the end. And she's like, I think they're ready for new music. And guess what's out? New music from Beyonce. So the music when you guys came in the studio, I was playing, that's Beyonce. Beyonce is in country music now. That's actually what that big ass hat over at the Grammys the other day. She's a country babe now. And it sounds good. But I feel like with country music always just sounds good. I feel like it's one of those genres that just always sounds like just lift your hands in the air kind of vibe. But yeah, so she's released 2 songs. One of them is called, I think, 16 Strangers. No, not 16 Strangers. I definitely made that up. Let's see what it's called. 1 second, y'all. Sorry. It is called, 16 Carriages. 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em. So yeah, that's really, really cool. And I think the second act as well, because there was like in the video, you know when artists drop little hints here and there, there's a date about 29th of March. I don't know if that's an album. I don't know what it is. It might be an album actually. But remember with the Renaissance, that was Act 1. So we've entered the Act 2 era. So big up Beyonce, man. Love that for her. And then over the weekend as well, of course, there was the march with Congo and stuff like that. But there was also conversations because 90s Baby had a live episode with PK Humble. And during the episode, it was about the Afcon actually. And Tom Mucci called in, but then he made an insensitive joke about the genocide going on in Congo. And what he said was, I don't know what the conversation was about before, blah, 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 but he basically said how Congolese people are scared of Steve Jobs. He said everybody else is scared of proper people and whatnot, but he's not out here scared of Steve Jobs. And obviously PK is Congolese, dancing on cars kind of Congolese, but he's Congolese. And he basically he pointed out that people were laughing, everyone was laughing. Everyone laughed at the joke except PK Humble. But he pointed out that, are you making jokes about the war? And then Tom kind of said something, I don't understand boy slang. It's about boy math. I don't get it sometimes. But something along the lines of like, jokes are fly kind of thing. Like joke is gonna joke kind of thing. Whatever. And then PK did ask, from what I'm hearing, because I didn't watch the full clip, did ask him to apologize or whatever. But I guess he just justified his joke. But anyways, it was brought to Twitter on Saturday. So it's on Twitter on Saturday, and straight away, obviously, the 90s Babies, they released and they addressed it straight away. Hold on, let me see what they said.
PK put it on there first, didn't it?
Nah, 90s did, you know.
Are you sure?
Yeah. 100%. Okay, I was following it.
Hmm?
I was following it.
But I didn't see them pipe up until I see PK say something.
Yeah, so basically, the girl who posted it had posted it. Nice Baby responded to it, but she didn't see the response because... Never mind, I was going to forget what I was going to say. But, yeah, they posted the apology before PK responded to it.
Okay, then.
The PK came after the fact.
Okay.
After they had addressed it. But basically, they quote tweeted the original tweet and they said, "You're right, we take accountability." So essentially what the girl had said was like, someone came on your live and making jokes about a war-torn country where children are being slaughtered, for companies to steal from us. And instead of highlighting how wildly inappropriate it is, you laugh with them, So they came and said, "You're right, we take accountability for the bad comment that was made on our latest live stream. We should have done more to ensure it remains strictly football and at least pull the person up in real time. We got caught up in the back and forth and we apologize for making light of what is a serious situation. We stand with Congo and we hope our mistake can at least shed light on what is happening there. Sorry to all we have offended. You are correct and we will do better." And obviously as well, people were then, so then PK responded to one of the threads, which highlighted that PK looked uncomfortable. And he said, "Out of respect for my host, I kept my cool, but this one lit a fire of rage and suffering within me that I'm still feeling. My brothers and sisters back home, I pray for you and your fight and ask all to educate yourselves and support Congo in its fight against violent oppression. #Free Congo." And then, obviously, Tom Mucci, people didn't clock Tom Mucci was one on the phone. He was getting cooked. And then he came up with a statement, I think yesterday, and he said, "My silence has not been to ignore, but to deeply reflect on my behavior and the harm it has caused. I spent time reading the comments and speaking to friends and family, especially those from Congo who did not hold back in telling me how hurtful my comment was. Writing a statement so quickly would have only served as an attempt to erase my actions. With that being said, I would like to deeply recognize and acknowledge the harm I have caused here. No apology will be good enough, but I truly want to apologize to every single person. This has been
That's a word.
Huh?
That's a word.
Well, no apology will be sufficient. Well, the internet makes sure of that, boy. No apology will be good enough, but I truly want to apologize to every single person that has been affected, who has shed a tear in anger and who I have harmed." Speaking of my H's. "Whilst I can say it is not my intention, I recognize that this does not matter. There's absolutely no justification for what I said. Lastly, to all those affected, those who shared posts of their family and loved ones who have suffered at the hands of this terrible violence, I'm truly sorry for the depths of my being that you even had to do this, to even allow someone like myself to just see and understand. You should never have had to. I had no right to even elude or mention anything regarding the atrocities in Congo. None of it is laughable. I deeply regret it and I will take the space to sit in this. I am sorry, Tom." And then also, Zizi was basically getting cooked. Well, actually, before I get that, Nice Baby went to host an event yesterday about the Afcon. They went to host a Afcon live finals, watch along with DLT, ASOS and stuff like that. But they pulled out of that. And they said, "In light of recent events, we have decided to take a step back from the Afcon final event tonight and take time to listen and learn from those around us and the comments we have received. Any fee and revenue we would have received from tonight's event and from the previous live stream will be donated to help the people of Congo. We are truly sorry," which is commendable.
Obviously, I stood with PK and the people of Congo as well.
And why is that? Why is that?
Because it just looks like it was a time for solidarity.
That's good. Love that for you. And then Zizi entered the chat. And Zizi decided to tell people, well, actually, let me read out. I thought I had her tweets here, sorry. But basically, Zizi just kind of said, let me get it word for word, bar for bar. 1 second, y'all, sorry. So, Miss Zizi Mills tweeted and said, you know people talk too much, Zizi. She basically said, what she said, okay, so she said, "What do you lot want? Because let's be honest, you don't want apologies. So what do you want? You point out the wrongdoing, then what? Because if it was about accountability, you would accept the apologies, no?" She said, "Most of you swear because he's on Christians next. I don't know what Jesus did to Zizi, but Zizi said, most of you swear you're Christians, but you never demonstrate grace like Jesus would." She said, "The truth is, if people were really standing on business, you would never give Apple your money again. Keep the stuff you got, but they should never see you coin again. They should never see your coins again. Be angry at people for being distasteful, yes, but how much can we really be pointing the fingers at others. Said the irony of black people demanding other groups to be forgiving when mistakes are made towards them, but not having the same forgiveness for their own. With that, though, I paused on that because Madam Joyce then entered the chat. And Madam Joyce said, there's a lot going on over the weekend. It's a lot. Madam Joyce said, I love and respect you, Zizi. Sorry, no. So this is in response to a tweet. So Zizi tweeted, black people write think pieces all day about how we don't get no grace from others, how we often get harsher ramifications than others, only to do the same to each other. Hold people accountable, yes. But there's a thin line between holding people accountable and dogpiling. And then Madam Joyce said, I love and respect you, Zizi, but this statement is not consistent with your actions. I was dogpiled by the internet not too long ago, and you further fueled the fire by making a video. Considering we share the same space as black women, you did not extend that grace to me. And of course, people pointed out when Zizi was on Sky News, dogpiling on Lani with the baddest UK. But anyways, that's what was happening over the weekend. That's it for me. Let's explain to me.
I think one day we should do a topic of the day about sorry, Manuel, about forgiveness and what that looks like, and if something like this happens, was expected, how do the people who are the offenders...
Yeah, but you're allowed to get flamed, though. It wasn't even 24 hours you making them big tweets. No, but they're allowed to get...
No, but you know what it is, though?
Wait, can I just say that...
We should do a topic of the day!
So we can go through all of these particular things so you can get your shit off.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, though, that, like, that tweet was a bit premature, innit? They're allowed to get flamed. Let it die down a bit. It's not like man's been killing them for 2 weeks. It was just a day. It's the internet. They're allowed to get cooked.
You've been cooked for longer, so I hear why you're saying that.
I don't see Zizi doing think pieces when I'm getting cooked online. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Is that why?
It's okay, Brent. Okay, Brent. Okay, Brent. Okay.
So interesting.
Silly
That's
man.
what's fueled your take.
Leave him.
Yeah? All right.
Leave him.
Like I said, it'll be a great topic of the day.
We're going to revisit this, man. Silly man. Anyway, People's Journal, please.
That's DR Congo.
Okay. It's on. Oh, you don't pass the mute challenge at Beyonce's concert.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. So, there's a few things to mention. First thing I want to talk about quickly is, obviously the situation with the Horizon scandal with the post office and whatnot. Basically, a small group of these former postmasters whose convictions were overturned have finally been told that they're going to be receiving full compensation. So they had been offered much less by the post office because they believed, well, the post office didn't believe that the evidence about Horizon software was essential in their prosecutions. And so basically the compensation didn't factor in Horizon's mess up, basically. Long story short, that's been overturned. And two people who were speaking about it, Miss Teju Adedayo and Mr. Parmod Kalia, were basically expressing how, they're relieved about the situation and how this overturning has gone in their favor. Next thing I want to talk about quickly is, remember the Uber Eats advert I was talking about last week? Yeah, so Uber Eats has made they made last minute changes, isn't it? Obviously, I'm pretty sure you didn't watch the whole Super Bowl, obviously, you just watched the...
I tuned in.
Imagine.
What's her name? Taylor Swift's husband. Boyfriend, sorry.
The 49ers?
Are they cows?
Huh?
Are they the cows?
No.
Are the cows another team?
Cowboys.
Cowboys another team?
No, the
Were they
Cowboys
playing
were in the...
yesterday?
No, it was the Chiefs and the 49ers.
I think it was the Chiefs then.
Yeah, the Chiefs one.
The Chiefs won.
Chiefs won.
Women in sports!
Yeah.
You don't have to respect me. Chiefs won. And that's what Taylor Swift's boyfriend is from.
I thought he was a 49er.
But yeah.
I don't know. I don't listen to her music.
But yeah, long story short, what I was going to say is that Uber edited parts of their video in it. Because obviously people were offended by the fact that they were making light of somebody having an allergic reaction to peanut butter. So yeah, they didn't put out a statement or anything. All they did was just share the edited version of the video. And that was it.
Was it? Oh, no, it was Setterfield. They don't stole. It was basically a Super Bowl ad as well. And basically, the concept is that there's this teenage girl with her dad watching where she comes in, he's watching football, blah, blah, blah. She goes up to her room to sort herself out, whatnot. But then he comes with a jersey for her and then they can watch football together. But they stole it from a black creator. She had a TikTok that went viral with millions and millions of views. All of a sudden now, this is what Certificate were doing, allegedly. So they got cooked over the weekend and all. I don't know if they're going to give her money for it, but...
Who knows? Who knows? Well, next thing I wanted to mention is, I believe it was last week we were talking about the bonuses that some of these CEOs from these water bosses are going to be earning. Long story short, all of those bosses from these water companies that are responsible for those illegal sewage spills that we spoke about recently, or last year, or whatever, are going to be facing a ban on their bonuses because of basically what they did in it. And this is after years of campaigns and public outrage. Because obviously, why are they contributing to the nonsense in the country, and they're still receiving their bonuses? So, just for context, it was revealed that these bosses received more than £26 million in bonuses, benefits, and incentives over the last 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And analysis by the Labour Party found that nine water chief executives were paid £10 million in bonuses, £14 million in incentives, and just over £600,000 in benefits. This is since 2019. So that's the £26 million broken down in a bit more detail. But the Environment Secretary, Steve Barclay, he's announced that these payouts will be blocked to all these chiefs who oversee the polluting of rivers, lakes, and seas. You know what I'm saying? So this is starting with the bonuses in the financial year starting in April coming. So none of them are going to be receiving their money. And this is, at the end of the day, this is what government should be doing. You know what I'm saying? That's how you regulate stuff, man. Next thing I wanted to mention is, I'm not too sure if you guys heard about how people felt because they found out that Sunak paid a lot of money in tax. So he paid £500,000 in tax. So people are obviously thinking, wait a minute, this guy earns this much money? Because basically his total income was 2.2 million. So effectively his tax,
Got that for him.
It's not the best way to calculate, but effectively he was taxed at about 23%.
Why do people have that information though?
I think it's available, you know. I think it's available, yeah.
I don't like it.
But yeah.
My private business, private.
Yeah, his total income rose to £2.2 million, and this is why he paid more than 500k in tax. But people obviously feel some type of way because, like, wait a minute, why are you only being taxed 20-something%, 23%?
You don't want to get paid. You want to tax half. Isn't that the rule for everybody else?
Yeah.
So why is he getting a discount?
This is it. This is why people are saying. So it's more so just accountants being accountants. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he did anything illegal. It's understanding what you can claim on and what you can't claim on and certain things. So obviously he's not the only rich person who does this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not done anything illegal. But yeah, this is what the situation is. But just for a bit of a breakdown, this particular document that was obviously leaked, made public, shows that he paid a tax bill of £508,308 in the financial year 2022 to 2023. Around 75,000 of that, well, more than, pardon me, I should say, he paid the previous year. But Mr. Sunak made nearly £1.8 million through capital gains. This is up from £1.6 million that he made the year before that, as well as £293,407 in other interest and dividends. So yeah, man, all of the investment income and capital gains came from a US-based investment listed as a blind trust. This is according to the summary, right? And he also earned obviously just shy of £140,000 for his role as an MP and a Prime Minister. So this is
he's working so hard.
He's working hard. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing, man. He's trying to bring inflation down and doing some other stuff. If he's able to spin things around and Tories win this, boy, he's definitely earned that money. Because I don't see how. Listen,
with you doing his PR, I said he's clearly working hard. You're giving reasons why he's working hard. We need to see your ballot paper. That's what I need to see. You know who you're voting for.
I'm just saying, if he can do that, he's pretty much done the impossible. You know what I'm saying? So the Tories need to do even more for this guy. Because I don't think any of them believe they're going to win. But that's that situation anyway. Next thing I wanted to mention, and it's not linked to one of the headlines that's going to be coming up, right? But it kind of made me think about how we see under 16s. And this next headline is about Labour considering the ban of the sale of energy drinks to under 16s. What do you guys think about that briefly?
Yeah, because why are they having energy drinks? That's so unhealthy.
Them drinks are
Disgusting.
they're just sugar basically.
And caffeine. They should be banned. They shouldn't be having drinks like that.
Yeah. Well, the proposal's been submitted for the party's election manifesto, man. Apparently, there's been loads of evidence of the health risks to young people from these high caffeine products, like you just said, man. Apparently, it's according to a government commission study, up to a third of children in the UK consume at least one energy drink a week. So yeah, it's almost part of the culture now. A large bottle can contain twice as much caffeine as a cup of coffee. So obviously that is something obviously to think about, as well as, like Mark said, you have to factor in the amount of sugar that's in them as well. But yeah, many supermarkets apparently have introduced a voluntary ban on the sale of energy drinks to under 16s, but they are still freely available in smaller shops and from vending machines as well for the under 16. So Labour's considering banning it for them, man, across the board. Next thing I wanted to mention is the Body Shop is apparently they're set to appoint administrators this week in a move that's likely to result in loads of shop closures and job losses, man.
I hope the girls sell on the hand cream.
Well, I'll keep you posted, man. And if that's the case, then I'll advise you to go down to your nearest one, man, and stock up. Indeed.
That is sad, though.
Yeah, man. They were bought, I think we mentioned this before, they were bought by the private equity firm Aurelius just weeks ago, man. But it's understood that the trading over like Christmas and into the January wasn't as good as they hoped, innit? So long story short, it's things are not working well for them, man. But that's the situation. I'll keep you guys apprised of whatever happens. And the last thing I wanted to mention is Valentine's Day is coming up, innit?
Wednesday.
On
Wednesday.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? And just wanted to, for the lovers.
Go on, sorry.
Oh, what's up?
No, go on. Say what you were going to say.
I was just going to say for the lovers out there, right? Who maybe, I don't know, maybe you booked a place too late. You can't find somewhere. You want to switch it up and make it like an indoor romantic Valentine's
Those
deal.
are cute, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But let's just say you can't cook and you want to go and get a meal deal, yeah?
Meal deal?
That's what they do for Valentine's, isn't
Thank
it?
you. Meal
Morrison's
deals, man.
got
A meal deal? So when you say meal, I think sandwiches.
no, you can get like pulled beef and prosecco and something for like 15 quid.
There you go.
Those are cute.
I just wanted to give TDA community some heads up of where you can go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So Morrison's, you want to go Morrison's.
See?
There you go, man. You know,
Apparently, in the plate.
No, that's not even in the deck. He don't even know how I know that information.
We know. Oh, we know.
This is just a research.
Yeah, man. Morrison's, apparently the biggest potential saving is with the best Valentine's meal deal at Morrison's, man. For £15, you get a starter, main, 2 sides, dessert, and a drink.
Steak and chips.
Not and a drink.
And a drink. You can share the drink, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going Morrison's anyway.
Yeah.
That's one of my Valentine's is Morrison's.
Do you know what, when you said that, when you started, I thought you were going to tell people to go pick up for a rich.
You could do that too.
You actually, I can't look at that. Do you know I love much I love that chocolate? I can't look at that chocolate without laughing every damn time.
Hey, I was trying to show people on the weekend. I went Tesco randomly. I showed people,
I
listen,
saw that was finished.
get your club card. You can get £3 off. It does the job, man. Yeah.
Women, yeah. Stand by in hell because it really does do the job. It does. But that's sweet, man. Mm-hmm. And actually, you were right the other day. Pancake Day is before Valentine's Day. Pancake Day is tomorrow.
Oh, is it?
Manja had pancakes on Saturday, but we go again tomorrow.
There you go, man. Yeah. So people, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can go Morrison's for the biggest potential saving. Waitrose as well. They got a deal as well. £20 for starter, main, side, dessert, and fine wine.
Okay.
Or cocktail with chocolates.
Okay.
You know
No
what I'm
cocktail.
saying? There you go. Yeah. It's the only supermarket that does offers the cocktails as a drinks choice. You know what I'm saying? Sainsbury's as well. They're doing their thing as well. You can get a starter, main, side, dessert, and drink for £15 using the Valentine's Day deal as well. Some of these places you may need to get like a Nectar card or whatever their saving card thing is, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? M&S as well. They're obviously going to be the most expensive one. But £25, you still get a decent meal, man. You know what I'm saying? Tesco as well as the Co-op as well. Co-op, obviously, no disrespect, but you know what I'm saying? You can go to other places. You might go Co-op and get robbed as well. Like, it's just not worth the risk. Allegedly, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the Co-op abroad.
Oh,
you know what I'm
saying?
Yeah.
Nigerian Co-op, there's no
Thank you very much.
regulations there.
There's none. But yeah, man.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty much it for the People's Journal.
Man, that's lit, man. Girls, get your man's presents too, please. Valentine's Day for everybody. All right.
That's it.
Love that, man. All right, let's get into Motivational Mondays, please.
No, I can't.
You didn't even let the joke land. You said the BFFR.
All right, guys. So, Motivational Mondays. Just want to give you guys a few motivational quotes. Hopefully, equip you to do some greatness this week. Just remember, guys, the cost of liberty is less than the price of repression. Hear that, guys? You may think otherwise, but the cost of liberty is less than the price of repression. Next quote. In recognizing the humanity of our fellow beings, we pay ourselves the highest tribute. And this is by the first African American on the US Supreme Court, Thurgood Marshall. In recognizing the humanity of our fellow beings, we pay ourselves the highest tribute.
I love that name so much.
Thurgood.
Thurgood. What does that mean? That for him.
The next quote is whatever we believe about ourselves and our ability comes true for us. There you go. Whatever we believe about ourselves and our ability comes true for us, guys. And the last one is by Wilma Rudolph, who was a US track and field athlete, legend. And the quote is, never underestimate the power of dreams and the influence of the human spirit. We are all the same in this notion. The potential for greatness lives within each of us. I'm going to say that again. Never underestimate the power of dreams and the influence of the human spirit. We are all the same in this notion. The potential for greatness lives within each of us.
Very nice.
And that's it.
Thank you. Let's get into our last headlines for today.
All right, guys. So our next headline takes us to Hungary, man, where the president, trigger warning here. Sorry, guys. Trigger warning here. Trigger warning. Hungarian President Katalin Novak resigned on Saturday after coming under mounting pressure for pardoning a man convicted of helping to cover up sexual abuse in a children's home. So Novak, a close ally of the Conservative Prime Minister Viktor Orban, resigned a week after her presidential pardon was first reported by the local news. The scandal was a rare setback for Orban, who has been in power since 2010 and faces European Parliament elections just as the country emerges from an inflation crisis. In Novak's statement, she said that she had made a mistake in making the decision to grant a pardon, believing that the convict did not abuse the vulnerability of children whom he had overseen. The resignations follows demands from opposition parties, and 1,000 demonstrators rallied at her office calling for her to quit. And the next headline is the one I was mentioning about that made me think of the whole banning of things for under 16s. And long story short, many parents of digitally obsessed teens have wished that they could bin their smartphones. As evidence mounts on the risks of social media, there's a growing public clamour to protect children better, with some now even calling for a ban. So the debate in the UK took on a fresh resonance in recent days after Esther Gay, who's the mother of the murdered teenager, Brianna Gay, gave her voice. So she was speaking to BBC, and she said that that they would like a law introduced so that there are mobile phones that are suitable for under 16s, referred to as a children's phone, that does not have all the social media apps that are out there. Some US lawmakers are already going further, with the state of Florida debating legislation aimed at banning under 16s from using social media altogether. Reports in the UK suggest that Rishi Sunak is also considering tougher curbs on social media use by children through the new Online Safety Act. However, this is still in the process of being implemented. And our last headline, trigger warning here as well, guys. And the Met Police have found 2 bodies in the River Thames in their search for Abdul Azedi, but neither.
I was gonna say, does he have the scar on the face?
Where neither is the suspected Clapham chemical attacker. Police are scouring the Thames. Well, they were scouring the Thames. They were scouring the Thames on Saturday night for the body of Azedi. Detectives think that he may have gone into the river and is probably dead after he was seen last on the CCTV leaning over the railings of Chelsea Bridge in London late at night. So that's the last time we've seen him. Search teams found one body at 10:13 a.m. on Saturday and another at 10:39 a.m. in Limehouse the same morning. The police have said that it's notoriously tricky for the force to find bodies once they are in the river at this time of year, but the search continues.
Do you know, I think, well, first it's sad for the 2 people that they found because their families are now going to be told if they didn't even know they were dead. But that guy is alive and well and roaming the streets. I don't believe he's in the Thames. And I feel like they're just saying this because they can't find him and they don't want the public to keep worrying. So this is the way to close that worry while this guy is just around. I don't believe he's in the Thames. I just don't believe it. I do not believe that.
I'm sure.
It's mad.
Yes, guys, that's the end of the headlines and it's time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get into the reaction.
All right. Just so that everybody is aware, we have opened up the hotline on our Discord live server.
Oh, for sports?
It's been open. But I'm just
letting them know.
Letting the footy crew know. If it is that you want to chime in, please join the Discord live hotline and then put your hand up in the audience and I'll put you up on stage and then you guys could chip in. Just saying.
Is Chijoke with the Afcon roundup?
Yes,
Chijoke. Flowers.
Yes. I've not seen you. Oh, I can see Margs now.
See Margs where?
You were in the audience.
Oh, I'm just trying to see who.
You don't need to be in the audience because
I'm on.
You're
on stage.
You're on the stage.
I'm just making sure it works. Where's Chichoke as well?
Yeah, Chichoke, where you at, bro?
Come on, man. You're Afcon correspondent, man. You got to round up for the roundup.
You got to finish with a bang, man.
That's it, man. I remember I didn't see a game, so it was tough. I was out. I was at R&B, so I didn't see it. So until Chichoke calls and we can do our Afcon roundup, I can read.
Yeah. How was it, by the way, the slow jump?
It was all right, you know? It was all right. I feel like they were trying to do some stuff to combat the space and that.
Oh, yeah.
Like they probably released less tickets.
Wasn't Coco?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because it was full, but it wasn't like it was last time.
Last time, okay,
Coco.
yeah.
Last time in Coco, you couldn't.
Another brand that listens.
You couldn't breathe. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think they released less tickets, and I think it made the experience better actually. To be fair, like even like when you're walking around, like, you just got space to
mingle,
to breathe and to mingle and shit, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Big up Taser, big up Chucky.
And they got a drop from Usher that was cold. They played a drop from Usher yesterday.
Yes, I heard it.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Saying, yeah, it's your boy Usher. He's just slow jam R&B, Chucky and Taser.
That's lit.
Gone.
That's
Speak
lit.
up yourself. You get me? Price gone up.
They got the best R&B event
in the world.
Not a cosign from the king of R&B. That's lit. That's lit.
Price going up, man.
Oh, all the way.
That's sick, man.
So yeah, there was that.
Chijoke there.
And then I just went home like a good youth.
As you do.
As I do.
Up.
I'm getting good, you know. Very
that for
good. Bitches love me.
Sorry?
I don't know.
I don't know why you said that. I don't know why you said that.
Am I going to read his headlines or is he going to call?
No,
I've just invited him to speak. He needs to accept it and then join us on stage and he can take the mic.
Well, he could just talk without calling in.
I'll be
This is what this is for.
baby.
So I can have call waiting and stuff. So the 3 people could be having a little debate.
Don't.
Is
I'm
it?
saying.
Is
because
it?
I can
Yeah,
put
but
different people on the
give him an
stage,
inch.
yes. So if we're having a football talk and we're normally Arsenal, Man United, you understand? And we don't normally give the love to other teams. They can basically put their hand up, join stage, and then get involved.
So what do I click on to see that bit? The TDA live bit?
Yeah. And then you see who's in the audience right now.
Oh, speak on stage.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Isn't it?
Tijoke.
Tijoke's not here.
I've invited him. I don't know why
Calling
he
his name like his dad is saying.
Why he hasn't pressed it. Come on, Tijoke.
All right, let me read out the headlines because there's only one here to read. So, the Kansas City Chiefs defend the NFL title after beating the San Francisco 49ers in overtime. The Kansas City Chiefs fought back to beat the San Francisco 49ers 25-22 in overtime and win their third Super Bowl in 5 years. The 49ers came into the first Super Bowl held in Las Vegas as the slight favourites and were twice on the brink of victory at the Allegiant Stadium. Oh, that makes sense that Usher done it then because it was in Vegas. Oh, that's cool. A last gasp field goal by the Chiefs made it 19-19 to send the game into overtime. And although the 49ers edged back in front, Patrick Mahomes' touchdown pass to McCole Hardman meant defending champions Kansas City cemented their status as the first NFL dynasty since the New England Patriots. The Chiefs have reached 4 of the past 5 Super Bowls and became the first team to win back-to-back titles since the Patriots in 2003 and 2004 seasons. At just 28, Mahomes has become the 6th quarterback in NFL history to win 3 or more Super Bowls, while Andy Reid has become the 5th coach to win 3 or more. The 49ers remain 5-time Super Bowl winners, but have now lost in the big games 3 times since their last NFL title in 1995. And in some other news, Kenyan's Kelvin Kiptum, marathon world record holder, dies in a road accident. Oh, sorry. Sad news. The men's marathon world record holder, Kenya's Kelvin Kiptum, 24. Oh, he's only 24. Has died in a road accident in his home country. He was killed alongside his coach, Rwanda's Gervais Hakizimana, in a car on the road in Western Kenya on Sunday. Kiptum made a breakthrough in 2023 as a rival to compatriot Kipchoge, one of the greatest marathon runners. And it was in Chicago last October that Kiptum bettered Kipchoge's achievement, clocking the 26.1 miles in 2 hours and 35 seconds. The 2 athletes had been named in Kenya's provisional marathon team for the Paris Olympics later this year. Paying tribute to Kiptum, Kenya's sport minister Nawamba wrote on X, "Devastatingly sickening. Kenya has lost a special gem." Lost for words.
That's very sad. 24's baby.
It's very sad, man. Well, thoughts goes out to them and his family. Is Tijoke here back yet?
Hello, Tijoke. You can unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sure can. Good morning.
Okay. Morning. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't sure if I really need to say anything because Esther, she did well with what she said.
You said a lot.
I mean, being your assistant.
It wasn't Nigeria that you were reporting on. I mean,
I was speaking on the attitudes of Nigerians.
You know, I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Down,
but I don't know if anyone wants to talk about the
I told you can't humble us.
the third place playoff.
Huh? What did you say?
So Congo, South Africa.
When was that?
That was on Saturday.
No, on Saturday as well.
Who won?
South Africa, love.
South Africa.
It was.
But Congo should have won.
And Pika was dancing on the car.
He danced
He
before
wasn't
they
dancing for
did the game,
Saturday.
innit?
Huh?
He danced before they did the game.
Yeah, but everybody got ahead of themselves. We was all looking for a Nigeria-Congo final, innit?
Yeah.
That's what we thought. That was goals. That would have turned the country crazy. If it was a Nigeria-Congo final, I might not have went R&B, you know.
That would have been intense.
I mean, I think we probably would have won if it was the Nigeria.
If we was against Congo, we would have won that clear.
Is it?
100%.
Because the way the goals was, them people weren't playing. No, they were playing.
I think in the end it comes. No, but it's. To be fair, we had to go overcome a really bad midfield. If you look at Ivory Coast's midfield, it's got a lot of good players, and they just dominated.
I should have warned you. I should have spoke to you before we done this because I just wanted to. Let's see if you could do it off the top of your head. Can you give me any kind of roundups, if that makes sense? Like favorite team of the tournament, player of the tournament, goal, moment, any of these things?
I think if we're talking vibes, you're probably talking. I think a lot of people are going to talk about Congo, Cape Verde, their story. They're getting through was like a massive part of like how much the tournament was quite a good tournament because a lot of the bigger teams being knocked out was what made it such an exciting tournament.
Okay, cool.
Player of the tournament. I mean, I think it depends on how you look at it, because I guess I can't say for sure who was like a proper standout like throughout in terms of getting to like the last four. But I guess, you know, if we're talking, I mean, I know people won't want to talk about it, but Truce getting as many goals as he did as a defender is quite a big moment. I don't think he's played the tournament.
Don't project. You're projecting. You're
Yeah, 'cause
projecting.
there's more-
I'm
They're trying to
saying
say
though.
that. They're trying to say you sound broken because Nigeria didn't win. That's a
Yeah, he's
lie.
not got that natural.
You're
The
projecting.
enthusiasm's
Yeah.
not-
His
No,
kid is
no.
sleeping.
You know what it is?
Oh, he's whispering.
It's because I'm in the dead spot. I'm gonna try and move about.
Don't move about, and don't let them do this to you. Can't keep a Nigerian man down.
if you're not from Ivory Coast, I don't really know
I
why
don't
you're
get
talking.
it. Enemies. Y'all weren't even in Afcons.
I ain't been
Listen,
trying to like rub out anybody for losing. You get me? Everybody.
You just said he sounded like there's no vim in his voice.
No, he sounds dejected, but I'm saying for me personally, it was a win for
You had no horse in this race.
for the whole nation. I had a horse on.
Now, if we
I had every horse in the race. It was a win for the whole nation. I tweeted it ages ago. If we win, I'm gonna go crazy, and we won. We won, baby.
if we're being honest, like the story of Ivory Coast doing what they did is massive. You're talking this is a country not too long ago was having civil war. To host it, win it, sack your French guy in your actual Ivory Coast guy to go and do it and win it in his first full-time managerial role.
Oh, was it in the Ivory Coast as well?
It's a massive story. Huh?
Where was the Afcon? Ivory Coast.
Yeah, there's one at home.
Yeah, it was in Ivory Coast.
Oh, the whole
That's
nation
why
won it.
Drogba was there.
Oh yeah, you got to put more respect on their name, man.
I
You're not
said-
bigging them up properly. This was big business.
But I saw we played with them in the the
They
first
did
group, something
really
like that.
well, and obviously the guy that scored the winner, like Esther said, had testicular cancer not too long ago.
It's a beautiful story. It's wholesome.
It's a beautiful, beautiful story. More horns for
story, man.
Ivory Coast, Brent, man. Come on, man.
Matter of fact, I think Nigeria actually did that, so you can have that story.
No
I will say
shame, no
though,
shame.
there was one
There's no
particular
shame.
moment in the game. No, I'm just gonna say one thing. I'm not saying it as a bitter thing. I'm just saying this is what some Nigerians are highlighting. There was a moment, I think, in the end of the first half where Keshi got away with like a high elbow to
Yes, he
nearly
did.
close to someone's face.
An elbow in the back of the man's head.
I mean,
I mean, I'm
no
not gonna say much in
intervention
it,
at all.
but that referee, he
knew where he was.
at Ivorian girl, because something.
No, but
something
he
went
knew where
right.
he was.
IVD,
Like,
innit?
He was ridiculous.
I think Ivory Coast was always one of those games where you're not going to give those decisions because
Yeah.
he knows where he is. Because people need to get home safe.
Okay. There is that.
Overall, what you give the tournament out of 10?
Sorry, I've got my little one here because I have to.
No, they didn't say what you thought you
He
said.
did.
You didn't.
Don't let your son talk to you like that.
What did it? What?
I wouldn't accept that, to be honest, from my children.
Can you?
I
I
don't.
would not accept that from my children. You know, do the difference.
All right, guys, I'm gonna drop out anyway.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
thank you,
Thanks,
JJ.
JK.
Thank you very much. See how clean that was.
It's half term, isn't it?
See how
Oh yes,
clean
it is half term, isn't it?
See how clean that was.
How clean what was?
The flipping. Cool,
No, because the child heard you projecting on his dad,
That's cool.
and heard
That's
you.
what the child said. The child said, "F you."
Yeah, you.
Oh, me?
Because of shit you were talking
Oh,
about,
fair enough. Fair
about
enough.
Nigeria.
That's why he let
It
it
had
run.
enough.
Fair enough.
I said, Daddy, who's your friend? It's a matter of fact.
Fair enough.
Big up to Jockey though. Thank you for showing up for us and showing up. You did a great job with that. Who is it that won this? Someone had a 6-0 situation last night. Is this a sports? Are we
West
done?
Ham.
Yes, the Premier League results.
This
man.
is ridiculous.
You guys
This
won
time,
two.
yeah,
do your
shit.
job.
You guys won two. You guys are back.
Huh?
This
You
guy
guys are
was
back in the
really,
race, right?
We never really left. Why? What's the point?
this guy's really doing. He was really doing our
Really left.
You have no clue. Not a Scooby.
No.
No man.
So yeah, actually, yeah, the Hammers got hammered 6-0 by Arsenal.
Battered him.
Rubbish game, boring game.
Definitely wasn't. Definitely wasn't.
I watched it. Boring stuff.
Sorry, because you just knew that we were going to just bang them.
It was just boring, just for whatever. There's just nothing.
Oh, I
you
like
know.
that. I like that we're here now.
Where?
Arsenal just banging teams, and you're like, this is boring.
It was just
Used
a
to
rubbish
it.
game. The game after was pretty good. Villa United. That was a proper spectacle of football. You get what I'm trying to say? United started. The first half was good. The second half was probably a little bit worse. You get me? Villa were playing their way into the game and stuff. It was starting to look a little bit ropey. But you know, McTominay got the winner in the end. You get me? Last minute, away. So Villa dropping points at home. We needed that after Spurs with their last minute winner against Brighton. You know what I'm trying to say? The gap could have got like 9 points, could have been shaky. But nah, man. United are there, man. What are we? What was it? 6 points behind Spurs, isn't it?
I don't know where you guys are. Sorry.
I don't know.
Too far down.
I don't know where we are, but we're 6 points behind Spurs. I'm not sure where we are in the league. I have to check. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know how many points we are behind you lot, but it's probably not that many.
Yeah, Ten Hag talking smoky, saying we should have won against Arsenal. I mean, we've been playing great. It's just luck's just not going our way.
Should we have won against you lot? Where did we play you lot again?
Home.
What was the score?
3-1.
You lot won 3-1.
Yeah.
You scored them late goals. The late goals ran up the score, innit?
Yeah, that's what made the difference.
Yeah, but it weren't really. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the game. I'm not even joking. I probably can't remember the game.
That's fine.
Do you feel like we deserve to win that game?
No. No.
Was it closer than the scoreline suggests?
Yeah.
Why can't I fucking remember that game? Was it at home?
Yes.
The early on in the season?
Yes.
And Garnacho's goal got disallowed and thing and all that?
Yes.
Yeah. We should have won. Ten Hag's right. Ten Hag's right. Ten Hag is
wrong.
right. Ten Hag is right. I remember now. It's coming back to me.
Wrong.
It's coming back to me. If that was like a whisker, VAR done Garnacho dirty, and if we got that goal, that game was
Imagine
over.
if you got the goal that rightly got disallowed.
And that's when Rice scored in the last minute, innit? The Jesus one, I didn't even see it. I probably walked out the pub and that was inconsequential. Yeah. Yeah, he's right. He's
wrong.
No, he's right. I thought he was talking great. I weren't joking. I couldn't remember.
Where'd you gauge that from? Because we had more possession. We had more passes.
Yeah, because we was away. It was a good away performance.
not how it
We
works.
was defensive. We banked in. We got the goal. We
That's not
scored
how it
first.
works.
Obviously, we slipped, so we let Odegaard equalise almost instantly,
Yeah.
which was our fault again. But then it was a good, solid defensive performance. Probably one
That's
of our
not how it
first.
works.
It was our first good defensive performance of the season, especially in an away game against a top team. You get me? And then we caught you on the counter. We broke. Garnacho scored. Ref done us dirty. Then the rest was history. Yeah, no. Ten Hag knows what he's talking about.
Sure.
What else did he say?
Yeah, sure. So you guys are back. Top 6 maybe?
What do you mean maybe?
As in, are you looking for top 6?
We're going to finish top 4. We were never in doubt.
Top 4, yeah? What did you say?
It was never in doubt.
Who's the top 4 going to be? Tell me.
Liverpool, City, Arsenal, United. What?
Confident, yeah?
Don't you watch my shows?
Filthy?
Do you think this is a revelation or something? You think I haven't said this?
Oh, so you've been saying top 4 all season?
Rude boy, watch me work and you'll see. Trust
You
me.
really think you're going to finish top 4? You're going to pip Tottenham? You're going to pip Aston Villa?
I'm not worried about Villa's thing. The only thing that killed us a little bit is Martinez going back down for 2 months again, man. That was hurt. Because the second he came back, we looked much better already. Once we get our team back, we'll be fine. We haven't had a full team all season, bro. Like, all season, we haven't had our
Likewise
strongest
us.
team.
What are we saying?
What do you mean? Like, you have got your strongest team.
No,
You've
we
been had your strongest
haven't.
team. The only person you missed was Timber. You never had Timber in the first place. You never needed Timber.
We haven't
You never
had
had
party.
Timber. What?
We haven't had party.
You don't want a party to play for you. Declan Rice is
What
better
are
than
you
party
talking
anyway.
about?
Declan Rice is better than party anyway.
Anyway. So top 4, yes?
You've had your full team anyway.
No, we haven't. Top 4, yes?
Yeah.
All right.
Was Declan Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard the starting midfield when Partey was fit? Was they the starting midfield? Yes. That was Arteta's first verse. That's what he went with. Rice,
No, we haven't had a
Havertz,
full team.
Odegaard.
I don't care what you say.
When
Don't care what you
Partey was fit,
I don't care
your
what
first
you
choice
say.
midfield.
I don't care what you say. And I shouldn't be having this argument because we are where we need to be, right?
Okay.
We're talking about United. So top 4, that's your take, yes?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
without a shadow of a doubt, man. You know, it's different, man. Just the caliber of the football club is different.
Just the caliber.
And you don't
Muscle memory, right?
You don't know nothing about that being Arsenal.
Yeah.
Do you know how many kids there are? I forgot. There's like 20-year-olds that's never seen you, man, do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know. So, we had our days in Europe. We've won in Europe in recent history. You know, we've been doing stuff.
For really
Cups.
memory lane. Really.
How? Mourinho,
I like that you're talking again.
Mourinho
Because
won.
remember the time when you said, I don't want to talk about
we was
United
in the
again.
final.
You
Mourinho
came in, you said, Brett, don't talk about United again.
Mourinho
Until
won
I
it.
say so. And now you're telling me, all right, you're back in.
Mourinho
Just
won
because you won against
Europa.
Aston Villa?
Mourinho won
Just
the
about?
Europa. Oli got in a final.
This is interesting.
And Ten Hag got in the semi-final. So I'm saying we've had over in
Ten
recent
Hag for
history, as bad as it's
Ten Hag
been
for
for
life?
us, as bad as it's been for us, in recent history, we've had better days than you lot. And you lot are forgetting because you was at the top of the league all last year and got nothing to show for it. So you're doing revisionist history, you're just actually forgetting. But in recent history, we've had way more better days.
Did
than
you like
lot.
our game against Liverpool? Did you watch that game?
Nah, I missed it.
You really be missing football games these days and you're getting on to me for not watching football games.
Shit happens.
Like the upside down, right?
Shit happens. Be missing it. Life is life, isn't it? I've got to live. I can't catch every game. I would love to.
Yeah, but it was the most important game that weekend. And it was a spectacle.
Where was I for Liverpool, Arsenal? I wasn't sitting down not doing nothing. I would have been doing something.
Evidently.
I was filming Pen Game.
Fairs. I'm really proud of you with Pen Game. Like, so proud of you.
Do you like it?
Oh my goodness. You are really, really tickling me.
Whoa.
As in,
whoa.
Anyway, I don't care. So take it wherever you want to take it. As in, my cockles are being tickled.
Oh. Oh.
You bring me joy. Just watching that particular I could care less. Watching that particular platform. Because I don't know where you're going to be taking it. And the sky is just the beginning with you.
I've got big plans for that show.
But, oh my goodness. I am so proud.
I think it's so how
So
you never
proud.
get clipped up. What's the guy? Can I get his details, please? Please, babes, message me. Please DM me. I've got an idea for what Brent just did. I don't like put our faces on, but let Brent's voice be heard. Ew.
I pray for you and that particular platform.
Amen.
For the foreseeable future.
Amen.
It's only like massive success.
It's growing,
Amen.
man. Onwards and upwards. And if you ain't signed up as well, go on Pen Game Instagram and click the link and sign up and get some free tickets to put up on the 25th, Sunday the 25th. It's going to be a great experience. Dope show. Last one was good. Next one's going to be even better. It's totally free as well. So there you go. Put up there. It's going to be good. No, I'm having fun with Pen Game. I like Pen Game a lot. It's growing. And the last couple episodes, like the live shows, like looking back at them and seeing all like the crowd interaction and how it looks and the judges and all that. It's proper good still. Don't know whoever done that. Take the hats off to them. I can't wait. You're gonna come to the next one.
Yes, sir. 25th of February, we're there.
All right then.
But I'm there.
I love that for me. You there, Brent?
Yes, I did. Can
Oh
I
yeah, you
tell
did say TDA behind the scenes and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna make it work.
It should be live.
Yeah, that's great. All the community, man. If you are free, come, man. It's a good day. It's you know the biggest thing. It's actually fun. Anytime I shoot, I always say all the time. Anytime I shoot it, and anybody that's there and they experience it, they're like, "No, this is lit." I wasn't sure how that would even translate on a bigger stage, but it was more of the same. Everybody that was there loved it. You get what I'm trying to say? Enjoyed themselves. So
Where's the next one?
where?
Yeah.
Same place, Croydon Box Park.
Nice.
So we'll be there.
See you there.
All right, let's get into Dine Ere. What?
he's reading email live. This is what he's responding.
That's what's happening.
No, because I'm doing this on the thing. I don't know how to open. I'm trying to click this link to open it. Click number 1, Brent, but I don't know.
Okay.
Open link. There we go.
Sorry, did Usher touch Alicia's bum?
Well, Usher's in his villain arc, innit?
Oh, no, he didn't. He just shaped it. Someone said Kiki's ex is looking at you like, you see? Yeah, big up Usher, man. Fine, man.
Okay, so.
I mean, I could carry on talking about how fine Usher is. I just think you guys want to hear it.
No, you could. You know what it is? I didn't go forward to the dine here, innit? So I'm doing it in real time. So
You're finding out.
Huh?
As the people are.
I'm finding out as everybody else is, and I'm just saying.
Let me go in this. Oh, gosh.
Sometimes I think these verses that E-Man picks.
Yeah, but there was an LOL there. Why don't you go on the LOL?
I thought it was all one thing.
Then again, E-Man's LOL is different. So let me click on it. Let me see whether LOL really is LOL. Because sometimes LOL is not LOL.
What is it? Let me see.
Oh, gosh, what a show, man.
I just saw it briefly. I thought, you know what? It's something.
Yeah, well, you know. Bit of this, bit of that.
Man said LOL. Have you read this story, E-Man, about the controversial LGBT plus education charity that's encouraging toddlers to question their gender?
I haven't.
Toddlers?
Toddlers.
Until like 3 o'clock. 3 years, 4 years.
They're encouraging toddlers
They are denying
to question their gender, and they want to replace Sir and Miss with more gender-neutral terms in schools.
If a kid comes up and says, you know, a toddler, fair in it. But I think if you got all of them just doing it as a part of the PSHE, that's wild.
3 years old, they was actively.
Because these kids are trying to be unicorns.
They were actively encouraging 3-year-olds to question their gender.
Yeah, that's mad.
Which is stupid because you can get a 3-year-old to question anything.
And they do.
Like,
They do.
do you know what I'm trying to say?
They do question
they
everything.
do.
Why? That's what 3-year-olds do.
Yeah, but planting that seed into a 3-year-old is like, I mean, that's perfect grounds for it to blossom and thing. I just don't think I've got kids. When they're 3, they don't.
They're dumb.
They're not worried about these things.
They're literally just trying to be whatever cartoon they're seeing. They're trying to be a unicorn.
Anything.
Sometimes Superman, Spider-Man, Baby Shark, Miss Rachel, all them stuff.
All this stuff.
Yeah, that's irresponsible.
That is irresponsible.
That's irresponsible.
But apparently, the charity that's been doing this is mysteriously shut down. Is that because of backlash, E-Man?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because they shouldn't be able to just be freely out there trying to confuse the children out there, man. It's not right.
Yeah, that's hard, man.
If we're going to stand up for something, it should be something like this.
Do you think, like, what do you think there's like a conspiracy theory behind this kind of thing? Like what's the end game of these people that want to, because a lot of this stuff with gender identity and that, it wasn't really contentious until people started feeling like there was an attack on the kids. You know what I'm trying to say? When people started feeling like, oh yeah, they're targeting children, that's when, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Is this just, are these people just stupid? Is there something more sinister going on? Is there like a plan? Like, what are we doing there?
I think it's early days, man. We can't really tell, but I definitely don't think it's for our good. I'll be honest with you. I definitely don't think it's for our good. I think it's just some way to control the people, to have people question. If you can question something like this and make people question it so young as well, I feel like it's just easier to implement anything to society. And I think the powers that be, people out there who've got a certain agenda and moving the human race in a particular direction, it will be easier for them to do it. We saw what happened with COVID as well. Everybody, they had people within the public infighting, just accusing people of being selfish because they didn't want to get a vaccine, because they wanted to ask questions, labeling them anti-vaxxers and all sorts of things.
COVID was the biggest social experiment in human history.
They were anti-vaxxers, by definition of the word.
No, because a lot of them were fine with getting malaria vaccines, were fine with getting polio, getting everything else.
You wanted to be specific. anti-COVID vaccines.
Yeah, because it seemed like, wait a minute, like one day it wasn't here, the next day it was here.
What's the next
So
world
it's like-
initiative? You know they use that. What's the next world initiative that they're going to roll out? What do you think it's going to be? That they're
Next
gonna,
one. Something is brewing. I thought that the other day.
So, yeah, so they mentioned like a new disease is coming out.
Before COVID, I would have told you it was impossible that they can get the whole world on code and shut it down because as a people we're just too unruly. Yeah, I would have told you that was not possible. And people ain't going to listen to nonsense or just take stuff without any information and just believe what you're telling them and all this kind of stuff. I would have told you we got way too much sense for all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we watched it play out in real time.
Yep.
And it worked a treat across every continent on the land.
Yeah.
So when these next wild things roll out and people are going to be talking about, oh, they can't do that, they just prove to you that they definitely can. They're going to do it.
100%.
I just don't know what it's going to be.
100%. Well, some people saying population control. You know what I'm saying? That is a way to get people to choose themselves not to have children.
What?
Yeah.
Come again?
Because once you remove...
No. Go back to the first sentence before we go back into the second
It's a way to get people willingly to choose to not have children.
How is that a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing. If you're right, how do I navigate this one? Okay. It's not a bad thing if, for example, in a world where you're open to certain things and you're making certain decisions and your ability to choose hasn't been inhibited. But in a situation where you're controlling children as young as 3 and getting them to grow up to a certain age and making it easier for them to pump them with hormones and have irreversible surgeries that can affect you long term when you're an adult and now in the frame of mind to make a decision, then what happens?
First of all, you did not explain that point. You went into a whole different point.
That's what I'm talking about, though. That's why I'm linking it to the whole gender thing.
No, but you said population control in that people choose not to have children or encouraging people not to choose not to have children.
No, it becomes a way for people to willingly not choose it because you've already made a decision earlier in your life, thinking you're the one making the decision. But
This is your theory, right?
Yeah. This is
All
a
right.
theory.
I don't get it though. I still don't understand.
just to clarify.
Yeah.
I actually still don't understand
And
that.
disease X is actually something that Black Robs sent, I think, an article or a video.
When the Discord or
a couple of weeks back on Instagram, and I think that's what they're saying is the next quote unquote big world event. Disease X.
Okay.
Yeah,
Listen,
where they will still have to do the same type of everybody staying inside and this, that, and next. Stuff like that.
Listen, next time everyone's...
That was fun, man. I could do with another lockdown.
Because you want to Biden anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, still, that little down.
What was fun about it for you? Go on. What was fun about it for you?
Just the whole experience.
Go on. Elaborate.
Just bringing people together.
Yep.
The whole point was for people to be apart. Man said bringing people together, you know. If I'm going to do another lockdown, I need to be married.
I built friends in lockdown.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in Canada?
All over the world. England.
On Clubhouse?
No, I went on Clubhouse. It was like FaceTiming and that. But
Clubhouse
yeah,
is still one of the saddest things happening.
Use Clubhouse. But yeah, there was that. I built friends, made friends all over the world.
That's wonderful.
Built
You use friends so loosely, man.
Built brands.
I don't like that.
What?
I don't like
Just
it.
throwing friends around. Just throw that label around. Should mean something.
Yeah, it does. That's what I said. I made friends.
How many friends do you have?
Loads.
I hear that, but how many friends did you make?
What, in lockdown?
I weren't really friends.
Well, people that I never used to talk to before that I talk to
Do
now.
you still talk to them right now? The ones that you made during lockdown? You don't. They're not friends.
I do talk to them.
In fact, they could be friends. Those friends that
Wait, one second.
you pause, and then the next time you see them, you just continue like nothing happened.
What do you mean?
Like it was just yesterday.
Oh, that's my kind of friendship.
Yeah, those are friends. Those qualify as friends. So I'll take back what I said.
I've got people
You
that
can
I
have as many
speak
friends as
to.
you want.
I've got people that I speak to that I go out and meet and have a friendship with them that I didn't speak to like that before lockdown.
Okay.
So what do you mean?
I'm just saying that you shouldn't just use friends willy-nilly if it is that you don't actually put in on the relationship.
I do put in on a relationship, and also like, what is like friends? What is what that
I'm
word?
projecting.
That word's not as weighted as you're saying.
I'm projecting. I don't like to use friends willy-nilly. Acquaintances.
Acquaintances. I think that's rude.
People I like to talk to then, but No.
Why do people do that sometimes? Want to call their friends acquaintances when they're in a bad mood? Like, why do they want to be like? I think like the acquaintance is rude sometimes. I've had this argument with people try and call people their acquaintances, and I'm like,
You know how many people
that's your
will probably
friend.
call you a friend, but you're like, I don't know that man.
Sorry to that man.
There are plenty of people that will call you friends or brethren, and you're like, huh? I don't know that man.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, I'm very welcoming, and I'm a people person. So they might feel like they're my friend when they're with me.
But you wouldn't call them friends.
It depends who it was.
There you go. Answer your question.
I'll be your groovy baby.
Anyway, that charity is done here. Let's get into our outro, please.
All right, people. As always, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Big up our researchers, big up our editors, big up everybody that's on the Day After team. Please don't forget to like the video. Thank you very much.
Welcome to a new researcher.
You're a new
It's a
researcher.
funny story behind that.
You care to share? Or you just want to giggle?
So basically, is it fine to share, Emmanuel?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think
I see what I asked.
Yeah, it ends up
I'm
nice.
learning. Growth.
Growth.
So basically, right, this person sent a couple topics of the day, and they're very, very detailed, right? It was great topics and whatnot. And they've messaged the TDA Instagram quite a couple of times. So this person has reached out and said, I would like to be considered to basically join the research team. I'm not sure if I'm too late, but I would like, and I love people who they say, I want to join, even though
Proactive.
you haven't been asking for me. I want to join. Cool. I pass it on to Emmanuel. Emmanuel's like, cool. A couple of weeks later, he's not going back to the action at hand, right? I lied. Maybe it wasn't a couple of weeks. Maybe it was a week, right?
Okay.
But any which way, he's now contacted the person. He's telling me, hey, I don't think she could be a researcher because she's Korean. So I'm saying, that doesn't mean she's disqualified. He's like, yes, she's disqualified because she's not black. I'm like, how do you know? We've just seen a white Yoruba man. Just so
I'll be
she
your
could be
groovy baby.
A black Korean.
Korean.
That's what Brent's
Just
saying.
that stuff like ask her. Find out.
Gosh.
It turns out it was a typo. She's Jamaican. But he didn't question whether she was black or not. He just thought, yeah, it must be black. Then she sends a picture. But it's a picture that disappears.
So she's a Chinese Jamaican.
No, she's black Jamaican.
Oh,
I thought you allowed Albanian Jamaican to exist. Where's it
Oh
from?
my goodness. But yeah.
Tugger.
Duggar, that's it.
Big up all the researchers, man.
Big up all the researchers, man. Honestly. Don't forget to follow us on social media platforms as well. The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. I was gonna call Brent out, but I do that. No man.
Well, I haven't been putting stuff on TikTok.
I've asked you for clips and I have yet to receive one.
You know,
Sorry, don't worry about the excuse. If you want to send your dilemmas, voice notes, all that great stuff, and the number to call, well, you can do Discord now, to be fair, actually. The number is 075-6484-1073. Also, you can check us out on Discord, the day after. That is our name on there. Sorry, 1 second.
so she's a Jamaican living in Korea. I was joking. She's not Korean at all. There's no connection to Korea at all. At all. She's Jamaican.
A mess.
So if a Korean did want to put themselves forward, that they knew about the show,
But that's
they
my
knew about the
question.
show,
That's the
they
question.
watched it religiously, and they thought they could bring something to the table,
That's
and
the
they hit
question.
you up and email and said, I want to be a
I want
researcher.
y'all to see.
Are you going to tell them no?
To see the colors of Emmanuel. Now you all know. There's no united colors of the new black. There's not. It's just black.
And I make no apologies. God damn it.
Nah, man. That ain't it, y'all.
I'm joking. Black is a universal. We're universal people. So we can, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, man said black is a mindset.
It's in the heart. Anyways, you want to email to inquire about the show, feature on the show, all that great stuff, your dilemmas, the email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Wait. Gina sent something and asked you to play it. 1 second. Oh. Did she send something? Check if Gina messaged you, please.
All right.
Is she?
She has messaged me.
Oh.
See if she messaged the TDA phone. Of course she has.
She has, good.
She probably thinks it's connected to the broadcast. She says, hello, play this quickly. Gina, can you send it to my email, please? Thank you very much.
You are my superstar. I don't think he even sang that song, actually. Why do I keep singing that? No, he didn't. No, actually, I think he did. No, he did. That's how it started. All right. I probably would have been quicker for me to send it to your email.
Thank you very much.
I should.
Yes, please.
Because I was about to go. Hold on. Yes,
She waits right at the last.
So she did message TDA.
The last minute.
Also, all people are trying to make fun of Nigeria, yeah? But you're using Nigerian songs to make... Like, do you hear that? You're using Nigerian Shally Poppy and flipping... what's his name? Burnout to cuss Nigerians. Don't you hear the irony in that? You couldn't use your songs to do that? Anyway, it's sent.
Thank you. Did you catch the Receipts podcast with Shally Poppy?
Shally Poppy? No, I'm going to listen to my boy him.
Yeah, it's going to make you laugh. He had some interesting takes about racism.
Oh, gosh. To be fair, Shally Poppy, like, some people are uncancelable because they've told you who they are. So, oh no.
We did not win in the final, but we played in the final to show that we are the giant of Africa. It was a difficult competition.
Is he on the guitar?
But we played through the end. So bravo to the Super Eagles. Super Eagles.
Don't tempt Nigeria with a good time. That would be a TV ad.
There you go.
That would be a TV ad. Don't you tempt them with a good time now. Love it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Big up Gina.
Our life has now been changed.
You are a prick, you know.
I'm waiting for her to
sometimes.
tap my neck when she comes back. That's it.
Is it what?
I'm waiting for her to tap my neck when she gets back.
So don't say like you're looking forward to it. Just a little hoe. Cut the camera. Sometimes. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.